Hey, how's it going? Fish here from Printer Panthers. I just want to wish Kylie happy birthday. Hope you have a great time with Dean and the kids and all your family and friends. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you for supporting me and the boys. It really means a lot. Um, Apparently, your whole house is covered in Panthers stuff, so I just want to say thank you for all the support and yeah, just watching the games and hopefully you get to come to games and stuff like that. I know it's hard with kids but yeah, just really appreciate all the support. Um, and yeah, hopefully we can get the job done again this year. But yeah, it's only nearly halfway through the year, so still got a long road ahead. So hopefully you can come down to some games and especially home games. It's been packed out, going crazy. So really enjoying it. All the boys really enjoying our footy. Yeah, everyone's talking about us dipping and that, but I think we're in the right spot and we're just going to get better throughout the year. So, yeah, just hope you have a great birthday. Yeah, hope Dean and the kids spoil you. And yeah, cheers from me.
All right, guys, welcome back for another edition of Night Time. Joining us tonight, Pugsley.
Good evening.
MG, back again.
I am, mate. Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, good to have you, mate, as always. Someone's birthday this week, crazy lady.
I don't do birthdays.
Well, you will be, because we've got some special stuff planned for you, so just stay tuned. And, yeah, the footy on the weekend, eh?
Very, very exciting.
Very good.
Knights had a win,
Yes, always good to see that, that's for sure. But
especially beating Manly.
Yeah.
everyone supports their own team and whoever's playing Manly.
That's it.
So, but I remember back in the days, you'll remember more than us, but, you know, when the Chief and Spud and,
Yeah,
I mean, how good were they? You'll never...
they were good. They were good old days, mate. They don't do that anymore. They knock that on the head these days. It's too rough.
But they're, you know, I see them come up on, you know, Facebook or YouTube and clips of Spud versus the Chief. You just can't help yourself. You've got to watch them again and again and again. But, yeah. But Manly, they still give us a fair...
Yeah, fair run. Right?
Yeah.
They went all right. They were leading and looking all right, but the Knights in that second half, sort of, I think they controlled the footy pretty well and came away with a win comfortably.
Gamble at 5'8".
Yeah, I like him there. Mate, I reckon he's a competitor. Mate, he works really well with Hastings, and I think they make a great combination. And mate, I'll be leaving him there for the rest of the season.
Mirroring you. Lock him in, eh? Lock him in. Big fan of Gamble, as you said too. I like, you know, like his mongrel he brings as well. And
Yeah, exactly.
you seen on the weekend, his input into the game was 106 metres from 13 hit-ups. There was a few line breaks. You know, nearly scored a try himself, but gave it to Bradman Best
Yep.
to go over. So early days. There's a lot more to come, I believe. So,
Yeah, no, he's a quality player. I like him, mate.
and I seen that you couldn't really make it out, but I think there's a little bit of niggle from him too. So
He does enjoy a bit of that.
oh, who doesn't love watching it too? Like, it get you on the edge of the seat, and you know. So I love it. I think it's great. Can't wait till we play South with Cody Walker. Yeah. So how'd you think of the game, Corey?
Well, from a perspective, I thought it was a really, really good game. I thought it was good to see Gamble back in 6, and the structure of the team, I think, is a lot better with him and Hastings in the halves, and it just seemed to give Bradman Best early ball, especially with Ponga at fullback. I thought that's you know, I think that's where they got to stay now.
Well, it showed, I think, too, seeing Ponga was doing a little of his like Ponga magic, they say. He's starting to get that back a bit
Yeah.
too.
Well, it's more when he doesn't have to run the team and the others can. He can just float around and bob up wherever he needs to be.
Concentrate in his own game, yeah, 100%. But it showed too with Gamble at 5'8" and away from the hook and roll. You know, he's got time to run the ball himself as well. But it's a good headache to have being Adam O'Brien, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, you got to feel for Lockie Miller, but you know, in the future, could you see Lockie on the wing with Dom Young going?
Yeah, I don't know whether he's a winger, but yeah, look, he may end up there, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Feel sorry for the. I mean, you know, it's a good headache being, but feel sorry for the bloke coming in and playing some really good football and then just had a couple of bad games. But
Yeah, well, I mean, he's still learning the game too. He's come from rugby union,
yeah, true.
and his first year was at Cronulla last year, and so this is his second year, and he's still, he's only played a handful of first grade games.
I wish I could play that good, that's for sure. Hey, joined us in the nighttime bar this week. He's back, COVID edition, Gary.
How is everybody? Did you miss me?
No, not really.
I did.
Thanks, Kylie.
Did he give you that 20, did he?
Yeah.
25.
25.
25.
It's
good to be back.
Good to have you back, mate. Feeling a lot better?
Yeah, 100%.
Always
Yeah.
good to be back here, isn't it?
Late on, be back for 3 days. It wasn't good. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah, back up and at it.
Mate, what's the word in the bar this week?
The word in the bar is, we've got a few here. The first one's a pretty long one. Bear with me. We might even have to give a bit of a tune to it. They played Simply the Best by Tina Turner at half time. There was a lot of people that didn't want to sing, which is much louder the week before, singing Sweet Caroline. It was sad to see that they didn't sort of hit the best, which I think is a brilliant song. Why do you think that is? Should we have a ground announcer go around and get the crowd into it? That's by Mel Duncan.
Maybe it was because the Knights didn't play the best in the first half.
I'll play that.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I tell you, that song just gives me goosebumps. I love that song.
Same here.
And but just before the team come back out for the second half, they started playing Nutbush City Limits. And my son, who doesn't usually go to the games, he was sitting there, and I got up ready to do the Nutbush, and he's like, "Mum, please don't. You're going to embarrass me." But he was saved by the team, because the next minute the team were running out, so he was saved.
Going on that, Glenn Hall, awesome ground announcer. You know, so going on that with the ground announcer, maybe we could get like half-time larrikins to come in where they sort of get the crowd involved. That's a possibility.
Well, look at that camera guy. He was testing the cameras out, and he was standing there going like this before the game. So our section decided to just start
Do
doing
the
this, and
Viking
he
glove.
absolutely loved it. Like, he just started cracking up.
And we tried getting the wave going, but it was more like I wouldn't call it a wave. It was more like
paddle,
a sprinkle.
Yeah.
You know, like, bring back the wave. Let's get the crowd involved. But like Glenn, awesome ground announcer, probably the best in the league, I think. But where they're saying, should we have get the crowd involved? Maybe some half time.
Even the cheer girls.
Yeah, or even some gooses like, you know, for example, myself and Corey on microphones going to get the crowd involved. You know, that could be something like in America they do Kiss Cam.
We don't want to turn them away.
Well, you know, like they do that Kiss Cam or whatever they do in, is it the baseball?
Basketball.
Basketball and that.
Yeah.
So, something that could be involved. But it's good when the crowd gets involved with things too. But the big thing I think the crowd needs to get involved with is the Newcastle chant.
Yep.
You can't just go Newcastle, and that'll do. It's got to be loud, and it's got to be for, you know, a fair period of time, especially when it's a close game or the boys' heads are down.
Yeah, that's
Get
right.
behind them, you know, because as Kurt Mann said, we heard from Kurt Mann, he said, it's electric out there, and he said, we do live from it, you know, and as you said
that's
yourself.
right. I do, mate.
So yeah, we really need to get behind that. I don't know. Maybe, you know, how the Falcons used to have Fat Elvis. Remember Fat Elvis with defence? Maybe you got to get Fat Smitter out there with 2 Newcastle signs or something.
I reckon if your pair of gooses got out there but had the minion done up as a minion, you get a lot of kids involved.
Oh,
Imagine that.
yeah, we could
They'd
give
be
it a
rushing
go.
the field. Are they allowed to do that
To
now?
get rid of us. Anyway, moving on, mate.
Rightio. Number 2 is from Ian Lawn. Hope I spelled that right. There was a seahorse running around at the Knights game. Does anyone know what that was about?
I'm lost for words on this one.
It was a
I didn't see it.
mascot. It was standing there with Novo, the mascot, and I'm not sure what it was to do. Maybe it had something to do with one of the charities they were doing that week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. It was a bit of a fish out of water for me.
Or seahorse out of water.
So, yeah.
This is a good one. You sort of touched on it earlier. Combination of Ponga at fullback, Gamble at 6, and Hastings at 7. Should we stick with it? Mark Gardner.
Yes. Obviously, I think we're all adamant that
Yep.
that's the best combination.
For sure.
As, you know, we've been pushing for a while. It's gamble time.
Gamble time.
That's right.
Yeah, so, yeah. Big,
Gambling with Gamble.
yes, true. I think it's, yeah, that's probably our best combination we've had for a long time in the half. I think since probably Mitchell Pearce early days. So yeah, let's stick
They
with
just seem
it.
to gel together, don't they?
Well, that's the thing too. Look at Queensland. They stuck with their combinations for so long,
Yep.
and then bang, boom, look at them. Penrith, they had their combination stuck for a while. Look at them, dominance. We have to stick with it. Even if Hastings and Gamble come out and have 3 or 4 weeks bad, you know, which hopefully it won't, touch wood, but stick with it.
Yep.
If you chop and change, it's never going to change,
Yep.
I don't think. So,
Never get the
yeah.
gel happening.
It's an old cliche, isn't it? The forwards don't go forward, the backs are not going to go, aren't they? So
That's right.
they laid the platform for the guys to do what they need to do.
Well, speaking while we're on the subject of forwards, Leo Thompson,
Yeah, I thought he was terrific.
absolute gun. Well, we've got a sign the kids have got to unleash the beast.
The kids.
Yeah, no, he's very good. I like him, mate. He's, you know, he's jumped ahead in leaps and bounds. You know, he hadn't played that much rugby league, so, but he's come on really well this year.
I think he's a absolute sensation. I think he's great. So you don't see a bad game from him.
No, that's right.
And he's only
He did
young,
well.
isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's only about 24 or 5.
He's got a twin brother, plays union.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we can get him over too. If he's any as good as him.
Now playing prop was a little bit out of foreign territory for him as well this year because he was in was he lock last year or second row?
Lock, back row.
Yeah. So yeah, good on him.
Yeah, no, absolute gun. Sorry, mate.
That's okay. I'm here till full time. This one's from Clint Doyle. Do you think there will be any sin bins in the Origin? If so, who will be the most likely to be binned, in your opinion?
I don't think there'll be any sin bins, but if there is one, I think it'll be Tafita Pangai.
Oh, yeah, well, he's a hothead.
And Thomas Flagler.
Yeah, possibly.
Pair of them at each other. I think Peng has been brought in because Flagler's got a bit of a.
Yeah, but I think he'll have a crack at what's his
Tino?
name? Tino from the
Oh.
Gold Coast, yeah. Because they've had, I think, a bit of a clash before.
Yeah.
Is anyone else excited for Origin this year?
Yeah.
Compared to a few other years, it didn't have that sort of, you know, mongrel feeling where they're
Yeah.
going to erupt. Where this year, I've sort of got that feeling it's
Yeah,
good.
I reckon, mate. I agree.
But once again, going back to the Chief, how good was watching the Chief in the Origin?
Yeah, that's right.
Like you just, I used to just get butterflies waiting for him to run out, and you know, you knew he was always going to be.
Dipping in, mate.
I mean, bring it back. Let's have different rules to Origin to the normal ones.
Yeah,
when the
I
rules
reckon.
go out for Origin.
Especially when he had a crack at Marty Bella that year.
Yeah, still remember Fatty Vaughan and Sterlo in the commentary. He's picked the wrong man, hasn't he, Marty Bella?
That's it.
That's it.
for the day. Keep the questions coming.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We'll try and get them all on for you.
No, that's awesome. And drink of the week this week, buddy?
As usual, Green Matriarch.
And Matriarch vodka. check it out. It's if you go through the actual place too, they've got a loyalty system too. So every so many are free. So
We had a bit of a sample, didn't we?
yeah, absolutely beautiful. To be
Beautiful.
honest, I'm not a big vodka fan, but yeah, no, beautiful. The pineapple one was great.
It was. That was my favourite.
Oh, I bet. Anyway, we might take a few words from our sponsor.
I gotta be honest, one of my favourite things in this life is to sit down with some amazing meat and just stuff my face full of it. And the best meat that you will come across, honestly, is found at Steak and Chops Butchery at Tanilba Bay. Jump on their Facebook page and check out some of the prices and some of the specials. The quality is outstanding, the prices are excellent. You really can't go wrong. Steak, chops, sausages, mince, lamb loins. What more could you want? Get on down to Steak and Chops. That's 69 Beatty Boulevard in Tanilba Bay. Tell them the Sasquatch sent you.
All right, guys, welcome back, and joining us in the bar tonight is special guest Jono.
Well, it's good to be back. Everyone's in the winner's circle except for someone, but there's always got to be that someone, isn't there?
I got no idea what you're talking about.
Sorry, Pugsley.
Yeah, but saying that, the drag queens will come good, I reckon.
Not this weekend, they won't.
Well, I'm going to ask you. Okay, you got Penrith, have you?
Yes.
Watch it.
We're going to have you
I'm not. I'm not doing any bets.
Why not?
Because I know.
It has to be the face paint thing again, I reckon.
No, because they're going to lose. That's all right.
No, come on, support.
Be
You don't take the
confident.
Knights every week.
I know I'm going to lose this bet, so no, I'm not doing this one.
You never know. The Penrith Panthers could rest all their
Yeah,
players.
that's all right. There's a
It
chance.
won't matter.
No, if I was you, seriously, I'd take it.
Excuse me. Have confidence in your wife's team.
Bird's out this
Yeah, I'll
week.
take it.
Bird's out. So, and if Hunt
You're
doesn't
walking
play,
home.
we're screwed. So, no.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you got a new coach.
Yeah, incoming, but he's not going to be
Yeah,
coaching
no,
until
take
next
it,
year.
Take it, trust me.
Mate, and the odds are $1.17 for Penrith.
I just wanted to see him get.
St George are $5.
All right, well, I'm putting 20 on it on the sports tab account. That's about it.
I just wanted to see him get dressed as another face paint. Me.
Nah,
Me too.
nah.
I'd like to see that. Well, I think you should wear a toga down the main street.
Oh, yes.
A toga. Well, that's not too bad.
It is in winter.
That's all right.
With your face paint.
That's right.
We're not with face paint.
I reckon we should get some Frankfurts or something and make like a hat that hangs down all around his head. With a toga and stuff. Just something outrageous.
Guys,
so
you're
that
sick.
people will go, oh, that's Pugsley from the podcast. He lost again.
He's got some
You
weird
gonna
ideas,
take
this
it?
bloke. No,
gonna take it?
no, I'm sitting on the fence on this one.
I tell you what, you take it. If you win, we'll even give you a 6-pack.
Can I think about it before the show's out tonight?
No, it's a yes or no. You got to put your money where.
Is there a
your mouth
margin on it? Can we have a margin?
I don't.
is. If Penrith beat you from 1 to 100,
No,
I'm
I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not confident.
I'm happy to give him 6 points.
righto. You heard it from.
All right, 6
MG.
points it is then.
6 point start.
No face painting, but a toga down the main street.
With some Frankfurts around your head. Yes.
Some Frankfurts.
I know I'm going to lose this bet.
No, it's got to be face paint, but I'll do the face painting.
That's got to be worse than the Frankfurts.
Yes. I'll take the Frankfurts.
All right, you heard it here first. It's a what is it? What's he wearing?
Toga.
A toga and face painting if he loses.
So what happens if I lose?
I'll paint your face too
Good point.
No, I'm good. I'll get my face painted at the Knights game.
with the Knights logo.
I don't know if I can do that. That's
Red
bad.
and blue.
Red and blue and some.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
that's going to look good with the
So,
Penrith
so,
jersey on.
so it's 6 points or less or more, is it?
No, you get 6 points.
6 points. So we got a 6 point head start. Yeah,
6-0 to begin with.
6 all right.
You're in
So
front.
yeah,
You're going well, mate.
right, sweet.
Kylie, just watch out. It's not permanent marker that they put on with the Knights.
Yeah.
That's a
Thanks,
tattoo.
Gary.
A
Well, let's-
tattoo, thanks to
Well,
Stacey.
at least there's one thing the drag queens are doing is they're actually holding up the ladder.
True, true.
They're stabilising it.
We're still talking about the club or what?
Yeah,
Anyway, moving on. Lost where I was up to now.
Same.
How do we get onto that?
I don't know. Corey and his Frankfurts.
Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah, we'll get on to the bit of the Knights. Let's do Night of the Round for this week, eh? Pugsley, while you're on a roll with your drag lens.
Well, the night of the round for me this week is Greg Marju, 100%. 3 tries, 180 on, not 200 metres, whatever it was. He was the beast. My 2 points I'm going to give Tyson Gamble. So he was really, really good in the 5'8" role, back again. And I'm going to give 1 point to Kalen. And again, back in his position where he should be. And a special mention goes out to Bradman Best. I thought he played a really good game as well.
What's this special mention crap?
I know. Well, you think it's his bloody show, don't he?
Well, he used to do it, so I thought I'd have a crack at it.
I
this
don't
week.
do it. I'm not doing it because I don't have it.
Well, I couldn't fit everybody in.
Goes to the whole team for winning.
MJ?
Yeah, look, Greg Margie, I thought he was terrific again. Plenty of good, strong runs. You know, scored a couple of tries, or 3 tries.
3 tries, isn't he? He's a beast, isn't he?
He's been really good for the Knights. So 3 points to him. I think in our call we gave Carlin Ponga 2 points. I think we might have.
Yeah.
I thought he went pretty well. He, at fullback, he looked really comfortable there. And I think he had a hand in a try or so. And then 1 point I think we gave to Daniel Saifidi, who in his 150th game I thought was very good.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot about that, eh? There was so many you could have gave it to. I obviously gave my 3 to Marju, the beast. 3 tries. I think it was his third one where they tackled him and he just got up and barged over again. It's just an absolute machine. And people talk about the buy of the year. He's got to be close to, for what he's doing for us. My 2 points went to the man himself, Tyson Gamble. I thought he's zip it. 106 metres from 13 runs, 2 tackle breaks and a line break. I thought it was a pretty good performance. Done a couple of things. I've seen a few people on social media go, oh yeah, but he done this, he done that, he didn't do that right. Because he's trying his hand on things, and things are going to happen. So I thought he played well, and I suppose I'm a little bit biased. And it was hard to. I could have gave Ponga 2 points. It was a toss up between the two.
Yeah.
I thought KP's played his best game in a long time.
Yeah, it was. He was very good. And mate, a special mention to Dom Young, who scored a terrific try, length of the field. It was unreal.
Yeah, he done really well. And I also thought special mention to Jacob Saifidi off the bench, 165 metres, and Leo Thompson was 116. So I thought they played pretty well. So they were my special mentions.
Well, my 3 go to Greg Marju for obvious reasons. 2 to Ponga because that's just where he belongs and that's where he
100%.
shines. And 3 to Bradman Best. He's always a beast. I just for some reason I just like watching him play.
He is, and he's only young, Bradman. But as I make up these little signs to the players, I call him Bradman Beast because the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
Should have made up a sign, simply the best.
Yeah, true. But, I think the best from Bradman's yet to come because he's only so young.
Without doubt.
And, he's another one I like to see be locked in for a long term. And
I think that partying in Bali really did him some favours.
yeah,
That's a tongue-in-cheek comment.
I wouldn't mind going over to Bali and get a full sleeve too. But, thanks to Sayers Inc., our night of the year this year, most of the players have got some ink these days. So whoever wins the night of the round year will be this year is going to get a Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher. So we'll send it out to the player that wins, and if they want to head down to Sayers and get a free bit of ink. So it's a pretty close tussle, really.
Yes, it is.
So Gaz.
I was just going to say, all the ones you picked is what I had. But being a hooker and dummy half growing up, if it doesn't start at the front, the ones at the back don't get the glory of it.
Was that at Maitland Road?
Maitland who?
Islington Road, wasn't it?
Did you say he was half a dummy? Or?
Thanks, MJ.
No worries, mate.
Oh, Jono.
3 Marzu, 2 to Bradman Best, thought he had a good game. And 1 point to Dom Young just for that miracle full-length try.
God, he's fast, isn't he?
Yep.
What about the way he actually scooted and went to the thing and then sort of come across the fullback? The way he did it was still travelling pretty fast. I thought it was.
But when he come back from scoring one of them tries, he come back and the crowd were giving him a bit. And he started clapping to the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? Sione.
Yeah.
Remember Sione used to always come back after school, that was awesome. It sort of got the crowd more involved.
Yeah, it was out there.
Still sucks to see him leave, but
Well, that's what I said. And I said after the game, I said, you don't get crowds like this at the Roosters, Dom. Too late now. But speaking of Sione, rumour has it this week that he's trying
to come back. So I think he's finishing up at St Helens at the end of the year. I know his wife or his partner is keen to come home. Homesick. I think they've got a young child. So, big chance hopefully he can finish his career here at the Knights where it all started.
You're coaching the Knights. Do you get him?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, without doubt.
I like it. I was probably Sione's biggest fan. I thought he was great.
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough I coached him right through the juniors. So, terrific young fella and a really good player.
And it can play at the backs, can play second row.
Yep.
So look out. Hopefully we'll have Super Sione, as we used to call him, back in Knights colours very soon.
What? I didn't say anything.
I can hear you straight away.
I'm just waiting for Adam to put the love hearts up.
No, I've got to stop it. But I was watching over in St Helens there, where the crowd getting right behind him.
Yeah.
Well, was it Dance Sione or something they yell out?
Yeah, something like that.
Dance with Sione. And the whole crowd, like the Barmy Army kind of people that they are.
Good.
That'd be awesome just to go over and witness that too.
The atmosphere's unreal over there with all the crowd singing and stuff, so it was great.
You had a year in England?
I had 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years with Leeds.
Yeah.
Fortunate enough the first year there, got to play in the inaugural Super League Grand Final over there. And then the second year got to play at Wembley where we won the Challenge Cup. And it was the last ever game at the old Wembley Stadium.
So did you play with Rob Burrow?
No, Rob was in the 19s when I was there. But yeah, mate, terrific.
Yeah,
a great footballer, and it's sad that he's got made a neuro. They're doing some wonderful things.
Yeah,
for those
I did see there with Kevin Sinfield there in a marathon run.
I played with Sinny as well, so and he's a great fella, and he's really good mates with Rob, and he's doing whatever he can to raise money for him.
It's actually a terrible disease. A good friend of mine actually passed away from. Used to be on UFM radio, Blind Melon.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Melon. He'll be up there rocking, that's for sure. But it's a terrible disease, poor bugger. But well, what other than your husband, what caught your eye this week?
Well, I know we touched on the Dom Young try, but my son, who doesn't normally come to the games with us, he's 19. He often puts bets on, which I know nothing about, and he said that he had Dom in his multi. So Dom was standing in front of us about the halfway line, just waiting, I yelled out to him, you need to score a try because you're on my son's multi, and not long after that, he actually scored a try.
He did, but little did you know he needed to score two.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time. Otherwise, I would have told Dom Young too.
Score two. No, that was.
But I just thought either that. I reckon he heard me because he was pretty much not far away from us. But yeah, that was funny when that happened.
It was a spectacular try, so I don't mind him scoring too many of those.
Just this year. Not next year.
Yeah, true.
Kai, that might have been the security guard that actually got past. It looked like Dom Young. Yeah. That was there at the game.
Not quite as tall.
Yeah.
No, that's Tracy Chapman. He's a good, nice young fella. He is. All the security guards are. They're really good. I'll shout out to them. They're really. The security guards, they come over and like the daughter, she's got lollies all the time, and they come and get a handful of lollies off them. Like they're really. Being a former security guard myself, you can go to some grounds and some are just.
Yeah,
full on. Where these ones are just family orientated, have a joke with each other, and I think it's...
Yeah, but I think they've been told not to liaise with us anymore.
Well, maybe those Taki chips are a bit spicy for them. So, but no, that's a good one. It's. But while we're on the subject of security, I must say to the absolute goose of a fan that was involved with that crap when the Manly player got sent for 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mate, you are an absolute goose, and I hope they don't let you back in.
What did he do?
Apparently he spat towards the...
he leant over the tunnel when he was running through.
And Koala Colo gave him a smile, and as he was going into the tunnel, and there was two blokes giving him a gobful, and
one of them spat at him. Absolute goose. So I hope,
Well,
I know
he
they won't, but I hope
Did
they
he get
ban him.
tossed out of the ground?
Yeah,
he did.
yeah.
So I hope
Should
they
never
ban
be
him for
allowed
life.
back in.
100%.
That's
Couldn't agree
disgusting.
with more. Like that one at Penrith where they it wasn't a Penrith supporter either, it was a Roosters, where he, racial abused Latrell. Get rid of him. Rub him out of the game.
Oh, without doubt.
Yeah,
We don't need that in our game.
That's right. Like we're trying to bring more the multicultural.
Yeah. And
Together as one.
Family orientated.
Yeah, you don't need that. And end of the day, these players out in the park, they're human.
Yeah.
They're doing a job. Yeah, I thought it was absolutely disgusting. So
But the sin bin was iffy in the first place. So I don't know why he was so angry at that Manly player.
Well, I do believe he's been charged with that now.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a suspension or he's copped a fine, but yeah, NRL today. All right, okay, moving on. Caught my eye. Actually, I know you shouldn't do it, but the Warriors crowd trying to cross the pitch on the weekend, there was about half a dozen of them. It was pretty funny, to be honest.
it was like the blind Olympics, to be honest, because they couldn't jump the fence.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, there was like two fences.
Yeah.
They were behind the first one, and then probably about, 5 metres, there was another barrier.
And you can see them, and they just stacked it. It was
Apparently there was 12 of them, and they didn't get punished
Do you know
because
why?
they had clothes on.
yeah.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, you can get away with it unless you're nude.
We're going streaky! Yes! No, sorry. Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Come on, Snoop!
Really? It's weird, though, because I know in every stadium here in Australia, if you regardless of whether you've got clothes on or not, if you jump that fence and on the ground, it's a
$5,500.
$5,500 fine
It should be more.
and a fair chance for suspension.
There should be more, and because the player's safety for a starter,
Yeah.
it should be more. I mean, make it a $100,000 fine or something, or so many years in jail or something. Make them think twice about doing it.
Or give them the ball and let them take a hit up.
Yeah, well, I'll go with that.
What about that
They
woman?
won't do it again.
That's right.
Like that woman that was tackled by the security guards. When was
Yeah,
that?
she had a
A year-
bra.
Was,
Right in.
was that the Mitchell Moses one where they went built a couple last year?
I can't
It
remember.
was
I
right
just-
in front of Mitchell Moses. Or-
Yeah, and did she get tackled really hard?
Yeah, yeah.
But she stood up and said it
Yeah,
was her fault.
she
Yeah,
deserved
yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, the best one had to have been that dude that was in the nutty in the Origin.
the bald
Yeah,
dude.
Gordon Tallis.
Big bloke.
Like,
That's a ripper.
you would want to be hung like a donkey or something really to do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 'cause
You
it
might
was
have had a
cold
sock.
during Origin.
Well, you won't see me running out there, that's for sure.
I've seen some good ones. There was one you probably but in the cricket play come out, Andrew Simons.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shoulder charge.
sure, that was a
That
cracker.
was a good shot.
Anyway, take your eye on the weekend. I know you're pretty busy on the sidelines, but
Oh, with the Knights, mate, I just enjoyed their comeback in the second half. Like they were pretty ordinary in that first half, and how they composed themselves and got back into the game in that second half, I thought was really good. And obviously Carlin back at fullback in his rightful spot. Like I think that's where he should remain. Yeah, and don't worry about the 5'8". Let Tyson Gamble do that.
love it. That's where he needs to stay for me as well. Well, two things caught my eye. Firstly was the Corey Harawira Naira.
Yep. That was a concern, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and going back towards fan stuff again, social media. We're on a social media page, we're not mentioning names, and there was fans absolutely disgusting saying, "Oh, just dig him a hole." Like, we had to go on them and said, wake up to yourself. Like, regardless of who they play for, whatever, that's somebody's son.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And at the time, no one knew what was going on. It was pretty bad. But I take my hat off to his teammates, obviously, and the South, so crowding around him so no cameras could be on him. Because that's your son and you're at home in Canberra, so to speak. You can't get anywhere. Imagine how you're feeling, so...
I'd hate to be a player out there at the time.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Mate, it's concerning, when you, regardless of whether you're on the same team or the opposition team, it's always a worry, and you don't like to see those things.
No.
happen, so.
No.
And
Footy just goes out the back window,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
hopefully, we know he's, so to speak, okay, but hopefully that's not the end of him for his NRL career.
No, without doubt.
And the second thing that caught my eye was couple of Mr. Potato Head looking blokes at the game on the weekend. Had their face painted, as you'll see the photo now. What's going on there, Corey?
Don't know what you're talking about.
It looks very much like you, mate.
You reckon?
I'm sure unless you got a twin brother.
I have, actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Is that why you don't like making bets?
yeah, pretty much.
No, I'll give you credit. Shout out to the ladies there at the face painting too, and I'm glad it was you and not me. But
Everyone was staring when they were getting their faces painted, thinking grown men.
Yeah.
So who was the second Mr. Potato Head?
Mr. Vazzalo,
Elvis.
in his credit, he left it on all the way till he got home.
Oh, you would have loved it.
Yeah, Corey.
He sort of looked like Elton John if you bought it from Wish. That sort of looked like Chris, or as our young fella said, Mr. Potato Head. So
I did ask the lady that was painting my face. I said, "Would you take me out on a date if I wore this?" She didn't respond.
At that point, she probably went, "You've just heard me lesbian."
anyway, Jono, what's caught your eye?
Oh, what's got my a little bit of breaking news? Latrell Mitchell's out of game 1 for Origin, so they brought in Stephen Crichton. So my question is, should they be changing it to the New South Wales Panthers? There's that many plays in there.
Well, it's just another reason, another excuse for them to blame the Panthers if we lose, which we're not going to.
Mate, to be honest, we all know how good Latrell is. You know, he brings a lot to the game, but I'm excited about Crichton being in. I think Crichton's going to be a huge loss to the Panthers next year. And he's got a bit of mongrel in him lately with those tackles.
Yeah, no, he goes all right.
So, I mean, okay, Cleary goes down. Hopefully he don't, because you'll kill me now. In the Origin tonight, sorry. You got a goal kicker in Crichton as well. Because who else on the team can kick?
And Nico,
Well, I mean,
Nico Hines
Nico,
can.
but
Nico.
if he gets on,
Yeah, I would also would have liked to see Matt Burton in there, maybe in the centres too.
Yeah, true.
You know, he's got a good kicking game. And
Queensland will probably think, thank God he's not.
yeah.
But,
Well, he's 18th man, so you never know.
yeah,
yeah. Well, speaking of 18th man, Kurt Mann. Good to see Kurt Mann back on the weekend as the 18th man. So not far from him returning.
no, he'll probably get a start, I'd say, in the next game.
And
Hopefully.
that's going to be you got Ponga at 1, Gamble, Hastings, and then probably a man at 13.
Yep.
Got some good ball playing options.
Yeah, that's right.
So good to see. Guys.
What got my eye was Parramatta game.
Yeah, anyway, moving
Wait,
on.
wait for it. Just how Mitchell Moses stepped up to the plate and scored the last try and pulled them out of a ditch that they were in.
Speaking of Parramatta, Brad Arthur's son,
Jumped ship.
Yeah.
with
Over
Manly.
Manly.
Yeah.
Manly.
Good. I hope he goes really well.
Yeah.
I really do. I hope he sets the world on fire at the Big Chickens.
Everyone bagged him at
Yeah,
Matt,
you talk about social media, and he's got
Yeah.
plenty
Yeah.
for being, the coach's son, and saying, he's only there because he's the coach's son.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
been really difficult for him, and obviously moving will help. He probably won't get as much, hopefully, social media.
Unfortunately, it's the world we live in now, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is. There's too many keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of players too, like Kurt Mann, for example, isn't on it.
Yeah.
There's too many
No, I wouldn't be on it.
nasty, But anyway, guys, that caught everyone's eye this week. Let's take a few short messages.
It's your boy Spencer here from the Penrith Panthers. Just wanted to send a quick video and wish you the happiest birthday. I'm sure your friends and your family will make this day a real special day for you. And yeah, don't party too hard. But yeah, I'll be praying for many more years to come. Your friends tell me that you're the most loyal and dedicated Penrith fan. Just on behalf of me and the boys, just want to say thank you so much for your love and support. It doesn't go unnoticed, and hopefully we get to meet you at one of the games, one of the home games soon this year. So yeah, like I said, hope you have a really good day for your birthday, and yeah, up the Panthers, let's go.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. It's the rush quarter of an hour up there with Elliot. Buddy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, doing really well, Dean. How are you?
Yeah, good champion, mate. Got MG on with us tonight.
How am I? The legends are on deck. Hey, MG.
How's it going?
Really, mate, always well after a win. You know what it's like.
Well, mate, they've been struggling a bit, the Cowboys, haven't they?
The Cowboys, I'm not even worried about them, but yeah, they have a bit. But they actually played half okay against Para. Well, last week was a good game, and it was one of the few games where I actually thought the referees let the game flow throughout the year, so I enjoyed it.
Mate, we'll just talk with MG about Ponga at 1. That's where he's got to stay.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. And I thought it was summarised pretty well. I think it might have been Adzi post-game said, look, he basically can play still as an attacking 6. It's just less defensive work, and it's a shame for Lockie Miller because I don't know where he fits in now, and I can't remember the last time a player was done from the starting side that's leading the Dally M voting for the side, but it is what's best for the team at the moment, and I'm sure he'll still play plenty of games for the night.
Yeah, true. Mate, Gamble at 6-2, as we keep saying, we're big Gamble fans, but it really starting to shine for me, I feel.
Yeah, and I actually think he gets undersold a bit because people talk about, when he comes in, he brings you a competitiveness and that sort of all they sell him with. I think he's got a bit more to him as a footballer than that. The games we've seen him start this year, I can't remember him playing a game without a line break or a try assist. So I think he's got a bit to his game at 6. He defends really well, and he does obviously give you that mongrel as well, that competitive edge. So I know you guys love him. I've really enjoyed his footy at Newcastle.
Yeah, you're right, mate. He's pretty handy at 5'8". He's got some good ball skills and knows how to read the game. So I think he fits in very well there.
Yeah, and I like the combination that him and Jacko seem to have built, and little things we've noticed where I'm sure you guys have seen over a few games that they've got a set play where Jacko will kick to Tyson. It's come off a couple of times as well, and he's quite obviously a loud voice on that edge too, and with absolute respect to Kalen, geez, it made a huge difference defensively because that game, whilst it was clunky in parts, I really could never see a time when Newcastle lost it. I think 3 of the tries scored by Manly were, 2 intercepts and a bit of a bungle on the try line. So I don't think the scoreline's necessarily a reflection of how dominant Newcastle was.
And it's only early days, really, with these halves, so better things to come. But really excited to see the combination of Gamble and Hastings progress into something a lot better as well.
Yeah, and I mean, we spoke to Peter Parr at the end of last year when they confirmed that Cullen was going to make the swap to 6, and they said a big part of that was depth in the halves. And I reckon there's a lot of people that, even knowing Tyson was coming along, they weren't sure what kind of play. But, I can't sing his praises enough. I think he's been great. I don't know him from a Borough soap, but all reports there from the Knights that he's fit in like a glove, and he's a pest off the field too, and the boys love him. So, you look here on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? And actually, we spoke to him a few times, and he loves the place, Newcastle. So that's a good sign that loves the place and loves the crowd. So hopefully it's a sign of the future. Of we got him there for a long time.
Well, if we're being completely honest, if anyone ever went to Newcastle and said they didn't like the place, I'd have to give them a brain scan because it's God's country. So you'd hope that's what he's saying.
Yeah, well, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, mate, exactly. We do love Newcastle here. We just don't want to let everyone else know how good it is.
No, I mean, a couple of stars, I don't know who's off contract at the end of this year, but if someone, pops up on the radar, maybe we send them a little postcard and a few what to do's in Newcastle. I wouldn't mind another back rower next year, but
exactly. Well, mate, there's around 9 players that are off contract at the end of the year, so it'll be quite interesting to see who they re-sign and who they might possibly let go.
Yeah, I'd be interested to watch the Fitzy thing because at the end of the day, if he can get himself a long-term deal in England, it'd be silly not to go. I'd love to keep him, don't get me wrong, but there's every chance, and he's a kind of player, he'll go to England and absolutely dominate. But
yeah, without doubt. And given that Sione Matati, he might come back, they could do a swap there, possibly.
Yeah, and I mean, the romantic side of football for me, I'd love Sione to get another stint here. I don't know if you guys listened to him on that podcast the other day, but he quite obviously has nothing but love for the club still. So, it'd be a nice little fairy tale to get him back.
Yeah, it would.
Sione and another one comes from Penrith way called Sorensen.
I was waiting for it.
Mate, I'd love it again. So, I did pester them again the other day. Said any more chatter around Sorensen? They look, it's the same. We'd like him. We haven't had conversations yet, but it's still expected that if Penrith can find enough money, he'll end up staying there. But they're still really confident they're going to keep Tyson. So that'd be the first one.
As you're on the phone, you didn't say, I just got to flog him from the crazy lady. Because
you probably deserved it, to be honest.
Thank you.
I'm only going to say the word Sorensen and I'm in trouble.
No, like I said, if we can't have him, I'd love to get Zach Hosking back. We mucked up keeping him the first time, so I'd love to get him back.
You got to ask yourself, what were Brisbane thinking letting him go?
Well, I think the salary cap, mate, they couldn't afford him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, cap, and also just that side, the way it's set up, they got 2 elite back rowers. He's not going to start in that team, and they got the big boppers on the bench. So
there's been some good quality come out of Penrith in the last couple of years too. Like even that Jermaine Hopgood. I mean, they had to let him go to Parramatta, and look at him go now. Look, the kid's a machine.
Yeah, he is, and unfortunately he's a Queenslander, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him in that maroon jersey over the next couple of years.
Unfortunately. But no game this week, mate. We get a little rest again.
Well, yeah, the Knights beat the bye, mate, so I'm tipping that.
It just shows how important that win was on the weekend, despite, whether it was a bit ugly in parts. Essentially that's a 4-point win with the bye as well, and I know they said they're training pretty heavy through this one too, hoping to get a couple more bodies back. But the interesting thing, I know we've still got one spot left on the roster. So conversations that we still may at some stage get an extra 9. Well, I don't know. We've left it pretty late, so I'd be surprised to see anyone come in.
Mate, what were your thoughts too on? Obviously, quite interesting that at Canterbury, Gus Gould had a fair bit to say a couple of weeks ago, or the other week, when Bradman Best went over to Bali, and now there's quite a number of Canterbury players that have gone away on holidays.
Yeah, I did see that. Actually, I was scrolling Instagram the other day, and I thought, oh, geez, that's hot kettle, especially when your team's anchored almost to the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
But, it's about worrying about your own house, and I think a lot of people had egg on their face after that. Not only was he going there on a non-vendor, as you guys know, he went there to help a mate of his build a home, and he helped finance that home. I mean, it couldn't have been a better trip he went on. Exactly. So, he's in the form of his life, so I really hope we end up keeping him.
I say send him again this week then. I mean, if that's the form he comes back and plays with, he can go every bye week.
Well, it just shows what he can do when he's healthy too. And touch wood, you want to see that for a couple of seasons in a row. He's had such a wretched run. So, big part is staying injury free, and then hopefully we can find room to keep him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. The few you'd like to wrap up, and he's one of them. That's for sure. I mean, Semeni's spot in there. You got Marju on the wing. That's a good backline we're getting. That's for sure. So. Mate, Origin tonight, who's your pick, obviously, New South Wales?
Oh, I'm not confident. I wish I was. I'm not confident. I think up until the Latrell injury, this is the first series I can remember where both teams were pretty much at full strength. And it's the strongest Queensland side on paper I've seen in a long time. well, I'd love to see New South Wales do it, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, I'll go New South Wales by 2 points, but with not a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I reckon it's going to be a very close match, and it's a toss of the coin for mine as well.
Yeah, I just it's one of those ones where if Nathan Cleary owns it, then New South Wales get it done. But yeah, we'll see. But I was reading a little bit today that Christian for us, Mapapalangi is not too far away from getting himself back to training properly and all that kind of thing. So he's another one that we've got there sitting in the wings that obviously plays in the centres. But Alex McKinnon reckons his best spot's 5'8". So.
And then we've got the young fella from England coming over next year, plays 5'8" too.
Yeah, Will Price can play fullback or 5'8", and obviously Kyle Pierce-Paul. We talk about back rowers. He's one. I think we just saw he's out for 8 weeks over there. But they're two sort of project players, not dissimilar to how Dom was, with a bit more experience than him, obviously. But they're both still pretty green, so I don't think we expect them to come over here and dominate straight away. But both super talented.
That's good. Has Dom got any brothers? Can they run like him?
Oh, actually, I think he has got a relative brother, that played rugby league over there. I think he might be a bit older though, from memory. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, I just need someone. Maybe one of you guys can write him a lovely letter and tell him why he shouldn't leave Newcastle, because it's just going to look wrong to him in that Chook jersey next year.
Well, we actually yelled out to him from the game on the weekend. You don't get crowds like this at the Roosters, mate. So. Yeah, unfortunately we've lost him, but we'll enjoy him while we can, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you know, he's done all the right things too, in the sense that, you know, there's never been any off-field issues with him or anything like that, and I'll give him a lot of credit from where he started to where he's gotten to today, and yeah, we'll miss him, but I can certainly understand, you know, Trent Robinson is one of, you know, over the last 10 to 15 years, probably top 3 coach in the competition. So I can understand wanting to play for him.
Yeah, unfortunately. But, mate, you enjoy your break off this weekend. No Knights game, and we might talk to you next week, eh?
Sounds like a plan. Always appreciate it. Thank you.
No, mate, always a pleasure having you on. And, yeah. When did you say you're coming down this way?
When is it? August. I know I'm there for the South game in August, whenever that is, because we're going to the women's as well, which is just before it.
Oh, nice. We'll have to get you in the studio. And, yeah, South's Knights game. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that'll be a ripper, hopefully.
Gamble versus Walker.
Yeah, 2 of the happiest men on the planet. That'll be good.
Could be a bit of niggle, possibly.
Yep.
Well, mate, that's going to be worth the admission price just in itself. All right, champion, mate. Appreciate it again. So you take care, and we'll talk to you next week.
Easy done. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, champion.
Good night, mate.
All right, guys. We'll take another short break and be back shortly.
Major show sponsor, the Burden Automotive Group in Maitland and Port Stephens, comprising of Maitland Toyota, Port Stephens Toyota, Hunter GWM, Cardiff GWM, Port Stephens GWM, and also Hunter 4x4 accessories in Maitland and, yes, in Cardiff. The Burden Automotive Group have been proudly supporting the community for 60 years. They've been supporting this show. Please go support the sponsors that support us.
All right, guys, welcome back, and time to talk a little bit of Origin. So, yeah, just before we get into the game tonight, and
the jerseys. What do you think of them?
Oh yes, the jerseys.
Look
Sorry,
at me like
yeah, I don't like them.
I do.
Or Queensland's?
No,
New South Wales.
New South Wales.
Navy blue.
They're dark. They're trying to play in them
instead of the sky blue.
Interesting. I haven't seen the jersey, but
well, it is black and white, but yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is the size of that Westpac logo, because it's red and it stands out like a sore thumb.
Can you imagine how much money they've paid?
Kind of similar to the one they wore in Perth a few years ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have heard. I'm not sure if it's come through yet. The NRL has told the Blues to get them jerseys and get them now. Apparently, they don't want them in that. So
the dark blue. Well, it might be just their training jersey.
No, apparently not. Apparently it's I thought it would be their captain's run jersey ever,
Right.
but no, apparently they trying to play in that.
I see where they're coming from. New South Wales have always been sky blue, so why change that?
I'm a traditionalist. I like the sky blue.
agree. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like the green and gold should always be green and gold
Yeah.
with the stripes
Yeah.
down in the
Yeah.
back.
Yep,
That's right.
he's drunk.
We got a drunk old man in the bar there. So yeah, I don't like. Go back to the blue. You know, the traditional.
Yep.
But moving on, hopefully they get that sorted. But Corey, you want to do the Maroons?
Yeah, sure. All right, so the fullback is Reece Walsh, the wingers are Selwyn Cobbo and Murray Tulungi, the centres are Valentine Holmes and Hamiso Tabuai Fido, 6 is Munster and 7 is Cherry Evans, 13 is Pat Carrigan, 12 is Tom Gilbert, 11 is David Fafita, in the front row is Lindsay Collins and Tom Flegler, and the hooker is Ben Hunt, and on the interchange is Harry Grant and Tino Falasumi-Walawi, Ruben Cotter and Jai Arrow.
You did well.
Sorry, who was number 15 again? Sorry,
Tino Falasumi-Walawi.
Wow,
you do all right there.
I
don't you?
murder that name.
I just call him Big Tino.
Was it pretty
Yeah,
close?
yeah.
Was it pretty close?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, pretty
Wasn't
good.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Tino Fasul Malawi.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, what MG said. Mate, not a bad side there. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty hard one to beat. But, you got some Reece Walsh. Like, we all like to see KP in there, but how could... Yeah.
He'll go really well, mate, Reece Walsh. Mind you, they'll be bombing him plenty of times, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles the high ball. And he's not a real big fella either at fullback, so hopefully, the taller players for New South Wales can get above him.
True. Ado Carr is giving him a bit of a nightmare running through, I think. You want to do the Blues, MG?
Yeah, New South Wales had fullback James Tedesco, on the wings Brian Toto and Josh Addo-Carr. In the centres, Stephen Crichton and Tom Travojevic. 5'8" is Jerome Luai. Halfback is Nathan Cleary. Front row is Tavita Pangai Jr. and Payne Huss. Hooker is Api Coruscant. In the second row is Tyson Frizzell and Hudson Young, and the lock is Isaiah Yeo, and then on the bench, Junior Paulo, Cameron Murray, Liam Martin and Nico Hines.
I like that team too,
Yeah, I do too. I like their bench as well. Got some terrific players, and Cameron Murray and Liam Martin will give them plenty of workers when they're out there. So, and Junior Paulo coming off the bench, I think he'll make an impact as well.
Yeah, their forward pack I'm really liking too. Their back row with Tyson and Hudson Young.
I'm just going to say, I'd like to see, interested to see how this bloke goes.
Hudson,
yeah.
Yeah, mate.
I quite like him as a footy player. And
I do too, mate. He's a terrific young fella, and I know coming through the juniors here in Newcastle.
Yep.
He was, I think, the same age as one of my young blokes, and obviously his father, Shane Young, played at lower grades at the Knights.
Okay.
But yeah, Hudson, it would have been great, if he was still here, and likewise with Tavita Pangai Jr., who was a South Newcastle junior coming through.
Yeah.
yeah, you go through a lot of the teams with a lot of. I know we can't keep everyone, but God, we've let some talent go, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, unfortunately, and you're right, you can't keep everyone, but sometimes I think they might have picked the wrong players to let go.
If only we didn't have the brown paper bags that they sell at Bondi, eh?
Yeah.
As you said, there's a nice little bit of ex-Newcastle flavour in the forwards there, as you said, with even Payne Haas as well.
Yep, that's right.
So-
Woodbury Warrior.
Yep.
And Tavita Pangai, I'm interested and excited to see what he's going to bring tonight. But Isaiah, you know what you're going to get from him every week. He reminds me of a Billy Peden kind of.
Yeah.
Never let you down.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Penrith connection.
Yes.
Yeah, not happy about that? Yeah.
No, from the word go, I thought the less Penrith players picked, the better for me. Because the internet's just the toilet bowl of, people are just nasty, and they'll blame Penrith for the lot if we lose.
Yeah.
But the way Nathan Cleary's playing, if he keeps playing tonight like he has been the last couple of weeks,
Well, Joey Johns has backed him because last year when he kicked it straight at the opposition and they won, apparently that's playing on his mind. So he's striving to be much better, and he'll either blitz it or, as long as he doesn't wear those golden boots.
I reckon he'll go well. He's such a calm and wonderful player, and obviously Joey's had a bit of an influence as well. On being in Origin the last couple of years.
And he's still only 25, Cleary. So you just remember that he's still got another 5 or 10 years left.
Hasn't really hit his peak.
No.
That's a scary thought, isn't it? Best player in the game at the moment?
Well, I think Nathan Cleary, without doubt. I mean, he's got every attribute you want in a player. Can control a game. He's got a great kicking game. He's just fantastic. Good passing game. He reads the game well. And, and I know I spoke to his father when they were up here a couple of weeks ago. I interviewed Ivan, and I asked him the question around, "Are you surprised at how good Nathan is?" And he said, "No, I'm not, because of how much work he does."
Yes. Yeah, 100%. It even showed this week with the Origin. There was a photo, had all the sprinklers going on the ground. Here's Nathan still kicking.
Yeah, he's the last one to leave the training paddock. He spends, after everyone leaves, he spends another 30, 40 minutes practicing his kicking and different stuff. So
and it's showing, and good on him, speaking of Penrith, or former Penrith, Appy Coruscant. A lot of people are saying, it should have been cooked. No. Coruscant for me.
Oh, yeah. I'd have him back in a heartbeat.
I mean, he played at Penrith. He knows Cleary, he knows Luai.
Yeah.
He's got a great passing game. He can run out of dumb half. I really like him. I think he's a top player.
Yeah, 100%. If we, didn't have Brayley and we're after a hooker, I'd love to see him in the red and blue.
Yeah, exactly. Be pretty handy.
Oh, wouldn't he? What? But, good bench too. So, I mean, this is going to be a good game. And to be honest, I'm glad it's gone to a different state. Rather than 2 up Queensland or anything like that. We got 1 each, and if the game's going to go over that way with another team, well, give them an Origin.
Yeah. Is the Origin all on Wednesday nights?
The women's is on Thursday.
But there's no. Do you know how we had a Sunday?
No,
it's Wednesday.
All Wednesdays now. Okay, cool.
Sound like a Saturday night game. Pretty good.
Yeah, which they did try a couple of years ago, where they just had it on the weekend round, and they had everything else. But I don't know. I don't mind it midweek. It's always been generally always been that.
Yeah,
true. I remember you at school used to race home and get showered, have your dinner, and get ready for it. And, mate, well, that's pretty much us for you this week, mate. You're taking off.
Good, mate. Yep.
Then we'll come back and do your jokes, eh?
Sure.
Mate, once again, we appreciate you coming in.
No trouble. Been a pleasure.
We love having you in, and so to everyone out there, we've had heaps of emails asking when you're coming back. And the good thing is, folks out there, put your money on the Knights this weekend. They're bound to beat the Ball.
Before MG goes, have you got any, what do we have at the end? Bowl prediction for the
bowl prediction
for the Origin before you go.
For the Origin, I'm going to say that Josh Adokar, he will score a hat trick.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
That is very bold.
Yeah, actually, I can probably see that happening, because I reckon he'll be out to prove some people wrong too. There's some good matchups, Adokar and Murray. I won't say his last name.
Tuolang.
That's him.
Yep.
Sel and Cobbo and Tu'u. Some good matchups all over. So, that'd be good. Free for
very good.
Adokar. So, mate, we'll catch you again soon.
Yep. Look forward to it.
When you're
when I'm back in town.
When you're back in town, and go the Knights, eh? Next week, and let's keep this going. So
and go the Blues.
Go the Blues.
Yep. Good on you, mate.
Thanks, champion, and we might take another short break and be back shortly.
It seems that everywhere you look these days, you're going to find somebody covered in tattoos. Tattoos are common, not like they used to be. So what do you do if you are wanting some ink that stands out from the rest of the pack? Head on down to Sayers Inc. Check out some of their award-winning work. They are a great friend and sponsor of the show. Jump on their website and look at some of the work from John, from Scott, Army, Dean, Jess, Mandy. Their work is stellar, obviously long-lasting, and you'll be happy with the result. Sayers Inc. We can't promise it won't hurt, but we can promise great results. Jump on to sayers-inc.com.au.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's that time of night again. It's time for Chalking Schmidt. And caller number 1, who we got?
Isabella.
Isabella. Okay. What question you got for us tonight?
So, what was your thought on Tyson Gamble's game?
Nah.
I'm not saying a word.
Well, you have to now.
I'll leave it up to you guys first.
No,
All right.
come on.
I actually think Tyson Gamble's probably the best performance in the 5'8" position from anyone in the club this year. He should be at 5'8". He really steered the team around and made Jackson Hastings' game a lot easier, plus made Ponga's game a lot easier, and it was just a stellar performance from me, and he should be there. So, Corey?
Yeah, I really echo those sentiments as well. I thought he's the 5'8" to go, and he could stay there now for the rest of the year and going forward for as long as he plays for the Knights.
Jono?
No, solid game, solid effort. Just whatever you guys said.
You love a gamble?
I love a little gamble.
Crazy lady.
Should I say anything?
Why not?
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was a good game.
Come on.
I think that's where he belongs. Same with Ponga.
Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just took it up and belted hard and ran. And one of the best games I've seen him play.
Yeah, no, so... I hope that answers... Oh, sorry?
I was going to say, what happens with Lockie Miller now?
Unfortunately, it's not looking good. Well, not looking good, but it's going to be hard for him to get back into one. Maybe he could play that role. I wonder if you could even slot him in at hooker. I don't know what he's like there, but hopefully we can keep him and put him in somewhere.
I hate to say it, but he might be squeezed out of the cap soon.
No, hopefully not. Surely God not.
I don't want to, but as a fan, but yeah,
especially after we've just got
business
him down here.
business speaking here, but.
So Isabella, I know an Isabella. Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Do we know you?
Yes. Your son's girlfriend.
See, when I looked at you funny when it first, that's what I was saying, like, when it come through the call.
For those who don't know, Isabella is our son's pregnant girlfriend, but she's a South Sydney supporter, so we're trying.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're trying to convert her.
South Sydney all the way.
No.
And we have a gender reveal on Saturday, so that'll be exciting.
And your birthday.
Yes, thank you very much.
No, just the gender reveal.
Yes.
And your birthday.
And your birthday.
So,
Isabella, you might be the only South Sydney porter that I might know that actually got a full set of teeth.
Well, her nan's a Manly supporter.
Yeah. She goes to Manly. I don't agree with that one.
Yeah, that's my mum too. She's a Manly supporter.
Who's South Sydney got on the weekend?
What was that?
Who's South Sydney got this weekend?
Oh, I have no idea.
No, that's not right. I'm not sure, actually.
That's on that side.
No, that's an old one. I haven't been doing my homework.
Gary's got it.
South Sydney have the Gold Coast Titans.
Oh, yeah, the Titans, yeah.
Interesting to see who backs up. So, we appreciate your call there, Izzy. It's a good question. Any question about gamble is a good question in my eyes.
Well, as you know, Isabella, I think Smitter here is in love with Tyson, so it's music to his ears.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
That's true, though.
No.
True, though, yeah.
Anyway, thanks for your phone call in, and we'll catch up
No, that's
soon.
okay. Yes, I'll see you on the weekend.
All right, take care.
I was just, hang on, just before you go, I was about to say that the caller of the week this week wins a entry into the draw to win a tattoo voucher. But after that comment, I don't think.
I didn't say anything. It was him.
That wasn't Isabella. That was me. I'm not going for the tattoo voucher.
Anyway,
No, tattoo vouchers all mine.
yes.
Actually, you're in the running for it. Put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks very much for your call, and we appreciate it, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
No, that's okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Go the Knights.
Good night, mate.
Bye.
Go to the Rabbitohs.
Hey, crazy lady, it's the big man. Look, happy birthday to you. This comes from Dean and the kids, and you're a crazy lady because your name's well, it's not because your name's Kylie, but you just happen to be, remember Kylie Mull used to be on television? Well, she was a crazy lady as well, and you appear to be one as well because Dean has given me a little bit of information on you, so I like a cuckoo lady. Great work, champion, and happy birthday. I hope it's a really good day for you. Dean and the kids love you dearly. He tells me you're from the Nighttime podcast. Well, guess what? I don't watch many podcasts and I don't know what the Nighttime podcast is, but he spelled it with a K, as in K-N-I-G-H-T. So that would have, well, I thought given it away that you might be a Knights supporter. Maybe you live in Newcastle, I'm not sure. But you're not a Knights supporter. You're a Panthers supporter. Yes. Good work there, Kylie. You're the best, bro, because I love the Panthers, particularly now that they're successful. I'm pretty fluent in that area. I can change very quickly. I can love the Sharks because I live there. I can love the Bulldogs because I used to play for them. But I can really love the Panthers because I did used to play for them. And, well, I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this. I am a club legend. Just thought I'd throw that one in for you. Look, I hope it's a great day for you. I'm not sure what Dean and the kids have planned for you, but I'm sure it's something weird given the fact that you are the crazy lady, and I do love that you are the crazy lady. I'll have to watch that podcast because, as I said, I don't really watch any of them. I watch the occasional one. Normally it's the ones I'm on. Not that I do many of them. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm doing one today for Channel 9, so with Phil Gould. So hopefully you keep an eye out for that. It's about Stove Origin, I think. Don't know what I've got to offer. I only played in two of them, and one of them only played about 10 minutes. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it's all about you, Kylie/crazy lady. I hope you have a crazy party. I don't know how old you are. Dean didn't give me that information. He says you love a good laugh. Well, that's beautiful stuff because so do I. And, well, at the end of the day, let's call a spade a spade. I am a funny guy, and I'm tipping that you are a funny chick. Crazy lady. So good work to you, good work to Dean, and good work to the kids. I hope it's a fantastic day for you. I hope he shouts you to a nice restaurant. Hope you go out and enjoy the beautiful food, couple of bevies, maybe a wine or two. Yes, crazy lady, come on. And then Dino can weave his magic when he gets home, if you know what I mean. Anyway, have a great birthday. It's the big man here signing off saying you're the best. In fact, I'm going to give you one of my favourite lines here. I'm going to sing a song. Happy birthday to crazy lady. Happy birthday to Kylie the crazy lady. Happy birthday to you, Kylie crazy lady. Happy birthday to you. Big man, over and out. Have a great birthday. Love you.
All right, guys, caller number 2. Who we got?
This is Dylan Vassallo.
G'day, Dylan. What's your question for us tonight?
Now KP's at number 1. Where do you think Lockie should play?
Ooh, this is going to be a hard one. I would like to see him stay at the club. Obviously, I like Lockie Miller. I think he's come to the club and done some good things. Excuse me. Gamble's locked up there 5'8", so I mean Ponga's going to be at the back. I'd like to see, hopefully, maybe Lockie even on the wing. I'm not sure. Did he play a few wing at Cronulla?
Yeah, he did play the wing at Cronulla.
Yeah. So is he more of a lock-up and keep for next year because we're losing Dom Young on the wing? So
that's what I'm thinking. I don't want to see him go. Yeah. He's done some good stuff. So, yeah, crazy lady.
No idea.
No idea from the crazy lady.
No idea. No idea.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can find somewhere for him.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go, especially when he's come and done some good stuff for us, and he's just uprooted his family up here and that. So Yeah, I mean, I get that we had to probably put Ponga back at 1 because you had to have Gamble at 6.
Yeah.
And you can't have a $1.6 million player playing New South Wales Cup, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's a hard one, but hopefully we can find somewhere for him, Jono.
Yeah, I reckon.
That's true.
Hopefully somewhere next year, hopefully, or keep. Is he working as 14? Because I missed part.
He didn't get on at all.
Oh, okay. So it's really a wasted spot there, isn't it, at 14?
Yeah, in a way. But I don't know. This might be a bit of a crazy left field comment, but could he play 9? Because he's pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Out of dummy half?
You never know. You just got to put him in there and see how he goes.
Well, no one would have thought Adam Elliott would play hooker.
No, that's true.
So
I'm sure he'd do a job no matter where you throw him. So he'll just say, "Yep, I'll do it." So
Gary,
I was just about to say, when you come to me and you beat me to it, put him in at hooker and dummy half, I reckon he'd be real darty out of there and very surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah, no, interesting. Yeah, was your only question for tonight, was it?
Yes, that's all. Thank you.
No worries. We appreciate your call. And was your husband dressed as Mr. Potato Head at the game the other day, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, no, he done well. Well, looked pretty good. So, thanks for your call. You're in the running to win the tattoo voucher, to go on to the draw to win the tattoo voucher. So stay tuned. You just never know.
Okay.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Go the Knights.
Go the Knights.
Are you looking for something a little bit different, perhaps? Something a little bit out of the ordinary? Head down to the Liquidators, Raymond Terrace. Liquidators is a discount variety store. They specialise in all sorts of different home decor items, candles, even hardware. There's costumes and wigs for that fancy dress party. There's art, all sorts of things that are a little bit different. Liquidators Raymond Terrace. That's 34 William Street in Raymond Terrace.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
Corey, how are you, mate?
G'day, Corey. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good. My question is, what did you guys think of Lockie Miller being on the bench?
Funny, yeah. We just had the similar question.
Okay,
that's okay, mate. Yeah, it was sad to see him on the bench and not get a run, but being the champion that he is, player, you'll see him bounce back, I think. And
I think he's one of those ultimate professional players too. So he won't whinge, he won't complain. He'll just play his role, and hopefully he'll get another crack at some point.
I mean, there'll be injuries from time to time as well. So you haven't seen the last of Lockie Miller, and he'll be back very soon, mate.
Okay.
So so hopefully we'll see him back very soon. But also Origin 2, Ponga is probably going to get picked for that. So then he'll be back at fullback for us as well. So mate, I hope that answers your question for you.
Okay, thanks, mate.
No worries, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the show, mate.
You too. Bye.
Thanks, champion.
Thanks, mate.
Palmy or Palmer, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's Palmy, by the way. The best schnitzels in town are just around the corner at Harry's, where they cook chicken the way nature intended, flattened, crumbed and golden. Nothing beats a good schnitzel. There are burgers, there's chips, there's all sorts of wonderful food there to be had. Grab yourself a Harry's loyalty card, get on down and enjoy some of the best chicken you'll ever have. It's really good schnit. Get on to Harry's at the Junction, Jesmond, Marketown, Thornton, Erina and Toronto. It is Sasquatch approved. It is Nighttime Podcast approved. Harry's Schnitzel's the best in town.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 4. Who we got?
Well, hello there, crew. How are you?
Actually, we were only talking about Simon the other day, weren't we? Saying we haven't heard from him for a while. How you going, champion?
I'm fine. Something must have been tingling to make me want to call.
Yeah, well, it could have been. Mate, did I forget to mention why we got you there at somebody's birthday on the panel this week as well?
Oh, is it really?
No.
Yeah, the crazy lady. She turns 21.
Happy birthday
Oh, yeah, great.
to you. Well, happy birthday, young lady. I hope you have a sensational week.
Thank you.
She lives with me. Why wouldn't she?
Once again, I hope you actually have.
Anyway, Simon, mate, what can we do for you? What's your question this week, champion?
Well, firstly, I just wanted to say hi because I hadn't spoken to you for so long. And who's there tonight?
We got the Big Johnson.
Oh, my favourite. I love Big Johnson. Hi, Big Johnson.
Hi, how are you, Simon?
Oh, I'm fabulous now. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you.
You've got Pugsley on the end.
Oh, I don't care about him.
Thanks very much.
And you got old boy Gary in the bar.
Oh, the Silver Fox is back. How are you, Gary?
I'm very well, Simon, and you?
I'm okay. You were a bit unwell, I heard.
Yeah, I'm better now. I'm just waiting for a few of them. What are them cakes you make? Them souffles?
Oh,
Have you got them the rise yet? 'Cause I want a couple.
Well, possibly, but I would have happily come and rubbed lips into your chest. At least I think it speaks. I don't know what Terence has beside his bedtime.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. I'll leave that up to you, Per. But what's your question for us this week, mate?
Well, I just wanted to find out what you thought about the sin bin on Sunday. Was the sin justified?
Oh, I didn't think it was warranting a sin bin, so to speak. But, I mean, it helped us, all helped us, so I'm all for it. But, yeah, it was a little bit over dramatic, I think. But, yeah.
It was a very frustrating game to watch, though. I'd never seen a team try so hard to lose.
Yeah, no, yeah, but the little things with Gamble and Hastings back inside and are like playing together, and then Ponga at the back. So it's going to take a couple of weeks to really gel. So, but the signs are looking good.
That run that Gamble made in the first half, I thought, oh my goodness, Smitter must be getting very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, I was excited. Love to see the Gamble play like that, and
I bet you do.
We couldn't see anything out of Bay 55.
Yes, I'm sure he would have been pitching a little tent or something.
In his tweeds.
In his tweeds, yes.
A bit harsh, Jesus. It was more of a circus tent than anything.
Oh, here we go.
I believe it's a flea circus, is it?
Oh.
I think he's dropped out. See you later. No, but come on, it's not pick on me night, isn't it? It should be pick on Kylie. It's her birthday.
It's her birthday. I'm sorry. I do have quite a bit of knowledge in that sort of anatomy area. That's all. So.
Oh, I bet you do. But anyway, how's the other half? What's his name? Terence. How's Terence?
Oh, Terence is fine. He's been very busy. He's been working hard. He's been away many nights, and he says he's busy anyway. Although I must confess, I am a little bit suspicious of his nocturnal activities while he's away.
Okay. Would you like to elaborate here? Elaborate.
Inebriate something.
I suppose he is right in a way.
Well, basically, I found a pair of leather hot pants I know aren't mine or his in his laundry.
Oh,
not Frank's.
No, because mine are pink and his are like a neon green, and these were like high vis colour.
No name on the tag or anything.
Oh, who would honestly admit to having a pair of hot pants like that? Well, apart from me.
Might have been Frank.
Might have been one of those no-name brands.
Do you label your undies?
A little bit concerned.
No, I'm sure you're fine there. Terence is a good bloke, so yeah, I'm sure you will.
I might need to get a private dick to keep an eye on.
Oh, God. Anyway, mate, I hope you that answered your question for you anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I thought it was a little over the top too, but I was grateful for it.
Are we still talking about Gamble or?
Oh, no, the sin bin. goodness me, who wouldn't mind? Mind you, 10 minutes in a sin bin with that man would be nice too, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're his hot pants.
Well, that's possible too. It'd be a very, 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 very big sin bin then.
Oh, mate, we appreciate your call. And
well, it's just lovely to talk to you. It's lovely to hear Silver Fox. It's lovely to hear the Big Johnsons there.
yeah, the
Thanks,
silver.
mate.
Mate, you see, you're our last caller for tonight, so as you go, do you want to sing us a happy birthday to the crazy lady as you go?
You're already saying.
Well, I could try. I'm not a very good singer. I do know how to work a microphone, but I'll give it a shot. Happy birthday to you. Terence, stop. Happy birthday to you. Stop it, Terence, I'm on the phone. Happy birthday, dear crazy lady. Happy birthday to you. Mwah. You have a wonderful birthday, love.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was Talking Schmidt for 1 week, and yeah, we might take a few short messages from our sponsors.
When you think of great food at a great price, the best cold beer in town, awesome live music, even a place that you can host your next event, there is only one place you think of, and that is the Gallipoli Club. Get on down to the Gallipoli Club, the Gal 3 to 5 Beaumont Street, Hamilton, to check out what's going on this week. Enjoy some great food, a cold beer, awesome live entertainment. You can never go wrong at the Gal, thegal.com.au.
Hello, Kylie. How are you, darling? This is MG, the Wild Panther. This is from Dino and Chrissy and Dell and Corey and the crew from the Nighttime podcast. They want to wish you a very, very, very happy birthday, and they've asked me to help them out with that little request. So here you go. Happy birthday, beautiful girl. The boys and the crew tell me that living in the Hunter, you don't get to as many Panther games as possible, but on the 24th of June, you'll be heading down with a busload to celebrate. Well, you got to look after me, you got to look out for me, and I'll look out for you. And how about we get together and have a drink at the Panthers game? If that's what it is, Panthers and Knights, hopefully. You sound like a ball of fun, darling. The Nighttime podcast sounds like a ball of fun. Why don't you get me on there one night? Come on, let's do it. Crazy lady, they call you, eh? You sound nothing but crazy to me, babe. You sound nothing like you're crazy to me. So have a fantastic birthday. Nighttime podcast, look after the crazy lady, a.k.a. Kylie. And I'll catch you real soon for a little festivity. Oh, look at these flowers. Just for you, Kylie. Mwah.
All right, guys, and welcome back. And that was Talking Schmidt. So, yeah, who's going to win the voucher? What do you think?
I think Isabella gets it for me.
Yeah, caller one.
Caller one? Bloody South supporter. All right, Isabella, you've won the ticket onto the board to win the tattoo voucher. So there's only so many going to be on there this year, so you're in with a running to win the tattoo voucher. So, yeah, all you guys tune in next week and for your chance to get on the Chocolate World to win the Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher. So, yeah, highly recommended, Sayers Inc.
I didn't realise, I just butt in there for a second, I didn't realise while I was off for that 2 weeks when I was crook, I should have rang up and put in a question and I could have went on the chocolate wheel and maybe got a tattoo voucher.
Actually, are you still up for the nighttime tattoo? We going to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's going to do that for us one night and we're all going to go down and get it done. Jono.
No, I'm good.
Come on, Jono.
No, I'm good. I'm clean skinned.
Yeah, you won't see it on your bum.
Corey?
Contemplating it.
You will, yep.
Well, Minion's already got one. He's got the old school retro one.
So he's got update.
He's what, up to date?
He's got a, no,
Yeah.
up to date.
Up to date. Yeah, Corey, if me and Gaz get it, will you get it?
You got to be in it.
Yeah, righto.
No, you heard it. It's on record too. So, all right. So, yeah, bit of jokes for us.
Yeah, but first, I just wanted to say that I really love the Mark Hughes Foundation beanies.
100%.
I went and got 2 today, one for me, one for my youngest daughter. And you don't wear beanies, so I didn't get you one.
Actually, I have last year's Mark Hughes beanie at work, and I wear it at work.
Are you allowed?
What do you mean?
You're supposed to wear a hard hat.
Have a look at that.
Once again, stop it. I wear the beanie. It's too bloody cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
He's got a sock.
Nah, it's all good. But to be honest, I actually don't mind them women's ones this year, all black with the.
You can't remove the women's pom-poms, but you can remove the men's pom-poms.
See, I don't see why they should have done it on both. Because I think that is a classy pom-pom.
But if you remove that pom-pom, it's very similar to the men's one they brought out.
100%. I
that
loved it.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably one of the best they brought out too. So hats off to the Mark Hughes beanies off to the Mark Hughes Foundation. So get out there, guys, and support the Mark Hughes Foundation.
Yeah.
Do what you can. Beanie for Brainy. Cancer round coming up soon, and
it's a cause close to my heart because my uncle's still fighting.
I'd like to do a little bit of it, but yeah, seeing my knees. But let's look into it, see if we can do a little bit of a walk, eh? Anyone okay?
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah.
All right.
Exercise, yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's
100%.
look into it and see if we can get time off work and do something for it. But I've actually got a little thing in mind too, so we'll talk off air. But let's hopefully can get behind it and go do something as well.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. On a more funnier side of things,
That's debatable, but I'll give it a go.
yeah, sure.
A man who just passed away is delivered to a local mortuary wearing an expensive, expertly tailored black suit. The female blonde mortician asked the deceased wife how she would like the body dressed. She points out that the man looks good in the black suit he's already wearing. The widow, however, says that she always thought her husband looked his best in a blue suit, and that's what she wanted him in. She gives the blonde mortician a blank cheque and says, "I don't care what it costs, but have my husband in a blue suit for the viewing." The woman returns the next day for the wake. To her delight, she finds her husband dressed in a gorgeous blue suit with a subtle chalk stripe. The suit fits him perfectly. She says to the mortician, "Whatever this costs, I'm very satisfied. You did an excellent job and I'm very grateful. How much did you spend?" To her astonishment, the blonde mortician presents her with the blank cheque. "There's no charge," she says. "No, really, I must compensate you for the cost of that exquisite blue suit," she says. "Honestly," the blonde says, "it cost nothing. You see, a deceased gentleman of about your husband's size was brought in shortly after you left yesterday, and he was wearing an attractive blue suit. I asked his wife if she minded him going to his grave wearing a black suit instead, and she said it made no difference as long as he looked nice. So I just switched the heads."
Oh, that's dark.
That's bad.
It's bad but funny.
Oh.
It's sick.
It's dark.
I don't care what colour you wear. Just
John,
Anyway.
what do you reckon?
Oh, I've said my piece.
That was a long setup.
Quit while you're ahead. Let's go to the
All
next
right.
one. Go to the next
Have
one.
you got any?
I've got heaps. No, I mean,
All right.
go to your next one. It
All
was
right.
good. But
A teenager brings her new boyfriend home to meet her parents. They're appalled by his haircut, his tattoos, his piercings. Later, the girl's mum says, "Dear, he doesn't seem to be a very nice boy." "Oh, please, mum," says the daughter. "If he wasn't nice, would he be doing 500 hours of community service?"
Oh.
That's it. That's it.
no, that's gold. I thought they were both good tonight.
Yeah.
They were.
They were really good. So,
I need to find more Little Johnny jokes. They always seem
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, little Johnny one's always good.
or your tractor ones.
Okay.
But no, they were good. I like them. Is it because it's a special week this week? They come out good ones.
We find out the gender of our third grandchild.
And
Yeah.
your birthday.
Nah,
So, so is that you for the night, darling?
it is.
Mate, on behalf of all of us to the podcast and all the listeners out there, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday on the weekend.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
And enjoy the little special treat, so to speak, coming up, and we'll celebrate it even more down at Penrith. So anyone coming on the bus, it's an extra special thing we're going to do. I'll say it now because I can't get away. We're having a little lunch down there for you for your birthday. So that was another little thing that we got. But yeah, as you see this show come out tomorrow, you'll see more and understand why. And I think you're going to enjoy.
And just getting on with that Penrith trip, there's still seats available for it. So
Yep.
Yep, there sure is. So jump on and
Good day out.
yeah, and celebrate the belated, would you say, birthday of the crazy lady. So there's we're all going for lunch at the club, and it's
Krispy Kreme.
yeah, but we've all looked into it. Quite a few of us are going for lunch for your birthday at the club. And
Did you get the cocktail bar to open at lunchtime?
I've done better than that. Trust me. When you see this show tomorrow night, you are going to go, I love you.
Never trust anyone who says trust me.
You got some bar to open at lunchtime.
I'll be at work at lunchtime.
No, you won't. It's a Saturday. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, so enjoy, and till next week, we'll wait to hear some more beautiful jokes, but go Penrith.
Go Penrith.
All right, guys, we'll take a few short messages and be back shortly.
Who doesn't love a nice cold beer? And the best cold beer is not some other mob down the road. The best cold beer in Newcastle is found at Thirsty Messiah. The Thirsty Messiah Brewery is found at 140 Lambton Road in Broadmeadow. Get on down there for some great beer at a great price. Support the local. Thirsty Messiah Brewery in Broadmeadow.
All right, guys, and welcome back. And join us up here tonight to talk a little bit more football. We have Dominion.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah.
We didn't. Your mum did. But, yeah, welcome here, mate. Guys, old boy in the bar. Last week's, mate, around the grounds.
Here we go. Dolphins versus the Saints. 26-12.
Fins up.
Fins up.
I can't stand that shit, eh? That bothers me.
It's the more to do it. No, pretty solid game. I think that the Dolphins only have the one player out for Origin.
Oh, they got two actually, Tom Gilbert and Tufido. Yeah, but
yeah, it's Dragons had the most important player out, didn't they? Brucey,
yeah.
Who's Dry Arrow play for now?
South
still, yeah. I'm thinking of
his brother Bo.
Yeah, that's him. Anyway, Jermaine Osako marked his 100th NRL appearance with 2 tries, 18-point showing, which included 4 tackle bursts and 65 NRL fantasy points. Whatever that means. I'm not in the fantasy thing. So
no.
He did have a good game, though.
Oh, mate, Jermaine Osako has always been a good player, even when he was with the Broncos. And I'm pretty sure in that trying to get him Knights.
He's a pretty good goal kicker too.
Good player.
Leading
very
point
good
scorer
player.
this year so far.
And fast too, like it's really quick.
Cody Nicarima was placed on report for a high tackle on Jack Bird.
Should have been an 8-point try. Not that it made much of a difference, but also it actually turned out that we didn't know this. There was a 7 tackles, so the referees got it stuffed it up too.
Same as in the Knights game. What didn't notice it because we're at the ground, but apparently the ref overturned a bunkers decision too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So I hear.
I do know that Lockie Gibbons' try that was denied should have been a try.
How do they come up with some of this stuff? But like, you just think, wow. Anyway, drag queens start packing for Bali.
No, start packing for something. I don't know what it is.
Next year.
No, I'm going to give him another 3 years, maybe.
Ooh.
I know Jason Rises looks like it's definitely coming. So
Is he the right man for the job?
we'll soon find out. But he's got to have full control of the team. Like
The board's got to go.
that's right. Yeah. So
Be one unified board.
he's pretty much put down what he wants, and so 2 years.
Maybe.
He's got 2 years to get the team up and running. Then there's a third year in that where he's
But you gotta-
based on performance.
If he has I want this and I want that, they've got to listen.
Oh, that's right. Because not many other coaches that have been and gone haven't got that. McGregor, he didn't get it as well. So
I feel sorry for Mary.
yeah,
Even Hook to a certain extent. I don't think Hook had it all his own way either. So yeah. Anyway, Dolphins still looking good. Any team that's coached by Wayne Bennett usually is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
you reckon top 8 for these guys this year?
Yeah.
Just finished 8th.
Yeah, probably on the 8th, maybe.
I'd be surprised if they didn't make the 8 the way they've gone, and only if severe injuries happened, I could see them slipping out. But the way they're going at the moment, I don't see why not. They could make the 8.
Well, they're holding up pretty well with like one of their Sean Sullivan being out for.
I was just about to say Sullivan was a huge loss.
So Qatar and Milford had a good game last week as well.
He
So-
would have tried, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't only scored a try, but I thought he was pretty good. So,
And Nicarima.
yeah.
Nicarima
so-
was in good form.
And also Jeremy Marshall King, if he's not the most underrated hooker, I've never seen one before. I do rate him.
A hooker or?
Yeah, that too.
I was going to say, because we had one in the bar earlier.
Oh, right, yeah, no, he's a very underrated player. Yeah.
Anyway, there's not much you can say about that. Pretty disappointing from the Dragons as usual. I say that with all due respect to the Dragons fans, and we know what they're going through. But come on, play for your fans, St George. Gaz, moving on. Do we have to?
Well, this is one of the most important ones.
They are the Knights over the Bin Chickens.
No, Parramatta over North Queensland Cowboys, 24-16.
I will say, Wirramy Greg come out of nowhere. And tell you what, he's
Playing well.
Yeah, really good player. And I've got to take my hat off to. I know I've said it a lot, but this kid is on fire. Hopgood. It was sort of in the last few weeks probably been one of the younger forwards, but really took it in his stride, especially last week with Paulo and that missing to take it on his stride and lead from the front and keep going. But he's one of the younger ones, So watch out, this kid's going places. You'll see him in a Maroons jersey very soon, I think.
That good old Sevo scored a try at his home patch again.
15, I think now.
Yeah.
150th NRL appearance for Josh Hodgson. He's a bit of a journeyman too.
Yeah, he's had a lot of horrific knee injuries too.
Yeah.
So I thought he would have played a little bit more than that, but 150, it's still a pretty good milestone.
Kyle Phelps now scored 13 tries in 12 matches too.
Wow.
So that's a pretty good strike. But speaking of Hopgood too, come up with 33 offloads this season to lead the NRL in that category, so he's going well.
Yeah.
Earls, I sort of read them off a little bit towards, I thought they might have struggled a little bit more this year with losing a lot of big name players, but I'll eat my words, and they're going really well. So as long as they don't go good against our teams, good on them.
We've got a few coming back too after injury. Regan Campbell-Gillard and Sean Lane.
Yeah, well, it's only going to burst them, but who do you take out now for that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I know it will probably happen, but you can't get rid of Wirramy Greg. Like, he's a gun at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
Playing well.
What for Sean Lane? You're not gonna get rid of
Hopgood.
Nah, he's cemented his spot in there, and he's just the way he's played this year. He's just doubled his contract.
So it must be just some bench players then that's going to have to unfortunately miss out to get these guys to.
Well, I'm sorry, but I know how good of players these two are. But for me, they start off in New South Wales Cup. So I'm not a fan of you come straight back, you come straight in. Look at Brodie Jones. Brodie Jones played cup last week.
Yep.
So if it's good for some, it's good for all.
Good for all.
You know, I don't care if you're a $1.6 million player or what you are. If you've had time off, you have to come through the, you know. I didn't say that, Kurt, man, straight on the bench for the Knights. Yeah. But I suppose when you got to, if there's spots that you need to fill, where Parramatta at the moment, I don't think they could come back in because these players are playing good form, but with Kurt, will slot straight into 13 for me, I think.
I still think, though, just quickly, that him and Miller could have at least had a little bit of game time in New South Wales Cup, because you're not doing anything when you're on the
even
bench.
on the park, really, could he got a couple of minutes at least?
Yeah. Just from a footy's perspective, I mean, just get a bit of K's under your legs. So,
well, I did see him go off pretty quickly up the tunnel after the game, so he was probably upset, and you can't blame him. So, yeah, moving on.
Warriors and the Bronx, 22-26. Close game.
Well, it was a good comeback from the Warriors in the end. I watched a bit of this game. Yeah.
What, I'll say it with respect, what an idiot for holding on to his jersey. He didn't need to. They win the game.
Yep.
Almost like, well, they had a shot to win the game anyway. But yeah, like, I just couldn't, I know it's easier said than done from this side of the fence, but wow, mate, they would have won the game, or had the chance to win it anyway. If he doesn't land that conversion, well, they get the ball back and get a chance to get a field goal at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Once again, but for the Broncos, Jordan Ricky, powerhouse. Played the full 80 minutes, scoring a try and 42 tackles.
Beast.
I mean, he's just growing and growing with confidence, and I think playing with the likes of Fisher Harris and Tarpany with the Maori side over in the off-season done him the world of good. Another player I'm pretty impressed with this year.
Yep.
But Warriors, I'll tell you what, they've got some good players coming back this week too. I do believe Barney's back.
Yeah, I was about to say Barney's back, yeah.
Because he's had a long time out, hasn't he?
Yeah, with neck injury, nerve down his neck. So good on him. Good to see Barney back. So tell you what, the Warriors can come and good at the right end of the season too, really. They're just, kicking into gear. But I'll tell you one I am really impressed with, always seems to play good for him. Dallin Lesniak, if I get it right. Always plays good. And just see him when they just started coming back to level on the score or getting close. See his run from fullback.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, hold my beer, I'm out of here. And for a winger, other than Greg Marshall, you don't see him run like that. You know what I mean?
No.
So,
it's a cracking hairdo too. I've said this a few times, but
any of you guys, did any of you see anything in there?
Bits and pieces of the game, but it was a good game. I thought the Broncos had the game handily. Didn't know the Warriors made a comeback.
Yeah, no, they were really played really well. And to be honest, I think I'd nearly go as far as saying the better team lost. Well, close. They were very. I was impressed with them.
It was certainly it was certainly a good comeback and made the game very close. And they, as you said, they almost had a shot to win it. And they, honestly, as they said, there's depth and there's taxes, and then there's Adam Pompey.
And Sean Johnson is just a freak.
He's playing some good footy.
Yeah. I think the Tigers were looking at him for next year. I don't know whether he's knocked that back on the head.
He's knocked it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got Tuivasa Sheck coming back and Tavita Harris.
Yeah.
What his name is.
Yep.
So the Warriors are going to be a force next year.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that.
The Penrith coach, the old Penrith coach.
Andrew Webster.
Yep, I think he's coming at the right time here.
Would you go coach of the year?
No, not yet. No, not. I don't. He'd be in the top 5.
You know who's going to go there?
Wayne Bennett.
Fins up.
Oh Jesus!
But it shouldn't. Like, you got to say, like in their first year he's done this. And that. Your team's stacked with superstars like it is. Of course, you're going to go well.
But for me, the Warriors are still my surprise team of the year. They've done a lot with not a lot of talent.
And also, too, it was a good thing that the Broncos did on the back of their jerseys. Thank you, New Zealand, as well.
100%. Yep, 100%. That was great.
Yeah.
Moving on, Raiders.
Yeah, South Sydney and Shane's Raiders over there. 26-33. What's happening with South?
Yeah.
Origin time.
Yeah, but they only had, one,
Can't beat 'em.
two players there?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, but that makes a big difference.
Yeah, but that's when the likes of Katie Walker needs to stand up. And he hasn't. I just think the Raiders were too hungry as well. And then shout out to Corey Herrera-Nara. I hope everything's all going well.
Yeah.
I think that sort of made the Raiders want to win it for Corey too, a bit more. But I tell you what, a lot of people don't like him, but how good is Garfield going?
Yes.
I think he was unlucky
He was
to be left
their
out
best
of
player.
The big ginger cat.
Yeah.
Garfield. I love it. I think he's great.
I think he was very unlucky to be left out of the Queensland side, to be honest.
Why didn't they take him even as watch and observe?
And a bit of experience around the camp. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
And then for game 2, if he's needed, which is a good chance some of these are going to get injured, in he goes.
Just quickly on that, with the camera go, you probably heard it, what's everyone's thoughts this week? Jared Croker actually sitting out because he's played 299 games and his 300th game would have been away, but Ricky's decided to play it.
Good on.
Do you happy? Everyone would agree?
Because they were saying they were actually talking about him missing it anyway to give him a rest.
Okay.
You're a Knights player. You've played 299 games and you're about to go play at the Roosters in front of 4,000 people. Or you can sit out a week and play in front of a packed McDonald Jones Stadium, your home crowd. What are you going to do?
You take the week off and you want to come out on the home ground where you played all your games.
The fantasy's all well and good, but for me, if I'm not injured, I'd still want to play. I'd want to play. Ben Hunt played his 300 away, and then they give his 300 game at Cogra. So just by choice.
Understand.
It's just by choice.
Yeah, I can understand why he's doing it, but he's done a lot for it. And who are the Raiders playing this week? Tigers. Yeah.
They
maybe think that they can do it without him.
Yeah.
So
the game that he will play straight will be against the Warriors.
Ooh, that'll be a good game.
Yeah. So
for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, they've got a hot dog at Canberra Raiders called the Horsburgh or something.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like you to miss the sausage. You're right, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that just made me choke.
What?
The sausage. Well, it's not Gary's COVID bug that he's finally pushed it onto you.
No.
Anyway, so how are we going to get some of that green milk up here?
Oh, I'll bring it back some when I come back from Canberra.
They'll be curdled by the time we get back.
At least it'll be still cold.
What a nice ice esky for it.
Oh, nice. So that'll be... I'll have to get some of that because I'm interested in trying. I'm a big fan.
Is that next week on the show?
No, that'll be the first week in August.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be. So, you're right.
Keeping you awake, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, moving on to the next one so I don't keep the minion up.
Newcastle against Manly, 28-18.
Yeah, well,
it's good to be back in the winner's circle.
Oh, definitely.
The score line could have been a lot bigger. Lockie Fitz should have scored, so there's probably, 34. And two of the Ben Chicken's tries were intercepts.
Yeah.
So you can take probably 12 points off that, maybe. So there's 6, 30, 32, 34, 6 could have been. So, I mean, it was a good performance. There is a lot of room to grow and improve, especially with Hastings and Gamble, like we're saying, and Ponga. But Yeah, I've been really impressed with Lockie Fitz this year. The way he's playing. Bradman Best playing at some unreal footy. Daniel Saifidi and his brother played really well. Yeah. The Knights have won 4 of their last past 5 games at McDonald Jones Stadium. So
let's keep that going.
I would have loved to see Dom Young and Jason Saab on a foot race.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Saab was going 100 miles per hour when he took that intercept.
Yeah, by the time he turned, it would have been good to see, but also it's good to see Kurt Mann was 18th man, or so to speak, HIA.
Yeah.
So he's not far. I'd expect him to probably be back in the side next week, I reckon. Probably see him in and Jack Johns out, I'd say.
Yeah. Probably he'll be the likely omission.
Yeah, I think you'll find probably either Kurt start and lock or come on and play lock.
I'd say off the bench.
Well, that way, he might have a foot back in at hooker. I don't know, but I do like the Kurt Mann at 13 gives you that 4 ball playing options. But the only thing is that, do we have too many, so to speak?
I don't think he can have not enough ball playing players.
Yeah, I mean, he could go good at 9 as well, like he was. A bit of a live wire dummy half, but interesting to see where we do foot him back in. But it's going to be a big challenge up there at Scumcourt, that's for sure.
It'd be interesting to ask Kurt what is actually his favourite position. Because Paul Bugger plays almost everything.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure off memory he does like playing centre as well.
Yeah, I think he started off as a centre. Yeah.
Well, you have a look at some of the clips, some of the older stuff, and you see some of him flying for the air. Doing a lot of people give him. Well, Kurt's the one that takes the raps from a bad performance a lot, but you actually fair and have a look at what he does. He's probably the best Mr. Fix-It probably in the league, to be honest.
Unfortunately, people out there that don't actually read stats, when you actually, you'd see the game head on and they go, he hasn't had a good game, yada, yada. But when you actually look at the stats, what they do behind the scenes, off the ball as much as on the ball. So
yeah, that's right. But no, the Ben Chickens were a bit. When you got Free Travojevic is out and Daly Cherry Evans, you got to expect that, I suppose. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen Cherry Evans play there. Just see Gamble get into Cherry Evans.
I must say, some of those Manly forwards, they are massive.
They're big boys.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, eh?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, we might take a few messages from our sponsor.
Support our show sponsor, Grand Matriarch Distillery, that gives us the beautiful Grand Matriarch vodka that you see on our show every week. Join the reward program, and for every 9 bottles you purchase, you do get 1 free. Grand Matriarch Distilling in the beautiful Sapphire Coast of New South Wales. You cannot go wrong with their product, I promise you. That's grandmatriarch.com.au.
Alright guys, welcome back, and Snuffleupagus here, just had a bit of sinus, so back into it. All good. This week's games, West Tigers up against Canberra Raiders Friday night.
Raiders.
Nice and cold down there. Oh. Raiders got Hudson Young out. Anyone else? Oh, Abby Coruscant's out for the Tigers. Oh, yeah, I'll take the Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders.
I'm going the Tigers.
Why?
After their big win, they had the bye.
Abby Coruscant's out.
You can have a bet with Shane with this one?
Yeah, have a bet with cameraman Shane.
Righto.
If you lose...
Pro for pick or something?
No. You lose, you get your face painted.
Yeah.
And I get to pick.
Righto.
Done.
Is he going to have glasses painted on him?
What about Shane loses? What happens there?
He gets his face painted. Accept that bet, Shane?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, Warriors, moving on, Saturday night. Saturday Arvo 2:55, the 3rd of June, the Crazy Lady's birthday. The Warriors against the Dolphins. I'm going to take the Warriors.
Same.
It's over there. Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors.
Oh, yeah, I normally pick the Dolphins, but I'm going.
So
the Warriors.
Fins down this week.
Yeah,
Fins
finally.
down.
Sorry?
Yeah, Warriors.
Like a warrior. Yeah, and then same day, 5:25, the Gold Coast Titans, South Sydney Rabbitohs. You know what? I'm going to take Titans. It's up there in Titanville.
No, I'm taking the Rabbitohs. Big
Rabbits.
Tino.
Rabbits for me. They're due for a win.
Latrell might actually play.
No way.
Well, he said they've only a grade 1 tear of his calf. Right,
Said a couple of weeks.
I know, but they said this. He said he might be still eligible to play this weekend.
Well, he couldn't play Origin. He surely got to play a couple of days
he
later.
made the selfish decision to not want to play because of how grueling an Origin game is. So obviously, a club game's not as grueling.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Titans.
I'm going the Bunnies. Due for a win.
Okay, moving on. 7:30 Saturday night. The Sharkies up against the Broncos. Ooh, it's at Shark Park. So, PointsBet Stadium. I'm going to take the Broncos.
Sharks for me.
If Hines plays, Sharks for me.
It's a hard one. But yeah, I reckon I'm going to go.
I'm going to go to the Bronx.
Anyway, the moving on to Sunday, you got the Cocks versus the
Dogs.
The Dogs. Roosters.
Chooks for me.
Chooks, but I'd love to see an upset.
Yeah, I can't see it, but yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Dogs
Fox is
beat
not
them,
there, so
I think the Roosters are going to be too strong.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. North Queensland Cowboys on Sunday against Melbourne Storm. Country Bank Stadium, so yeah, hard to go past Melbourne in this one.
Yeah, Storm.
Melbourne.
Storm.
I know Dragons are on the bottom. I know they're disappointing from mindset, but don't you think the Cowboys have this has been the most disappointing team this year?
100%. The way they finished last year, I didn't win in the comp.
Yeah.
Absolute dismal, disgraceful performance all year. Most disappointing club this year, I'd say.
That game, their punishment was because they stayed in Sydney for another week. They had to train at Leichhardt the following day.
Why do you think they're going so bad when they were so good?
Don't know.
Yeah.
There's no one can put it. Nothing's really changed. They lost one or two players.
Yeah, well, Lay Lewis didn't play, but now he's back because he got off his charge. But
when's Taulamalolo back?
Soon. Have to be
so
soon.
things might change.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I lost my pen.
Anyway, moving on to the Penrith Panthers and the Drag Queens on Sunday.
Drag Queens for me.
Yeah, what about the game?
I was only joking, Corey, trying to make you feel good.
Oh,
You couldn't really go past the Penrith Panthers, could you?
Panthers.
Yeah,
sorry.
Penrith.
Modest, but
even with their stars out there.
So you got that bet with Kylie?
Yeah, I got 6 points up already, so that's good enough for me.
I tell you what, Andrew was really pushing you, wasn't he? He loves it.
He does.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Isn't it what? Yeah. Honestly, you see a side to MG when you get to know the guy that you didn't, real actual gentleman of the game, but awesome bloke, isn't he?
Very.
Especially off camera, we see a different side too, and he's awesome guy. So, he'd be looking closer at this one. He'd be having a good old giggle if you lose, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll take the Panthers, and looking forward to it. Actually, good game.
So, what's the game of the week to win the fridge?
Ooh.
Well, seeing it's Crazy Lady's birthday, I'm going to put it on the Penrith Panthers. What do you reckon, guys? Because we've still got one for tonight with the Origin. That's from last week. But I'm going to do the Crazy Lady birthday game and put on the Panthers.
Well, if all those players play, I'm not be involved in
Anything's possible.
Any score, but I'm not going to pick a score, but I'm going to go 50-4.
No, I don't know. I think they might rest a couple.
Yeah, I don't think they'll play all of them. Be a good game, I reckon, but
hopefully a win for Kylie for her birthday. But all right, guys, we might take another short message and come back and wrap it all up.
Purnell's Awards and Apparel is your one-stop shop for everything you might need for your business or your sporting club. have a listen to this. There are corporate awards, cups, trophies, display cases, drinkware, giftware, medals, perpetuals, plaques and shields, and even apparel. There's so much there. It's great stuff. It's great quality at a great price. Head down to Purnell's in 2 locations, purnells.com.au, or email winner@purnells.com.au.
All right, guys, welcome back. And obviously, also, too, on tomorrow night, we have the women's Origin team.
Yep.
As well.
It's Friday. No, Thursday night.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tonight.
Yeah,
you're right.
Would you like me to go through the sides?
Yeah, go through it, man.
Very quickly. You want me to do one of either or both? Doesn't matter.
I'll do them all the way there.
Okay. All right. So the Blues females, it's Emma Tomigato. The wings are Jamie Chapman and Tiana Penatani. The centres are the ever all-conquering Jessie Surges and Isabel Kelly. 5'8" is Jessie Southwell and Rachel Pearson are 7. Forwards in the front row is Millie Boyle and Kezzy Apps. Keely Davis is the hooker. In the second row is Olivia Koenig, Yasmin Clydesdale and Kennedy Cherrington. On the bench is Taylor Phil Mano, Sarah Togatuki, Brooke Anderson and Shaylee Bent. So we're going to do the Maroons now. The fullback is Tamika Upton. The wingers are Julie Robinson and Emily Bass. The centre pairing is Shania Chia-Saloka and Ivania Pelletiti. 5'8" is Taryn Aiken and the 7 is Zahara Tamara. And the 13 is Ellie Brickenshaw. The second row is Shania Power and Tasman Gray. The front row is Keely Joseph and Shannon Mato, and the hooker is Destiny Brill. On the interchange is Emma Manzelman, Jessica Elliston, Sophie Hollyman and Romy Tietzel. A couple of ex-Knights players there on the...
There's a couple current there too, isn't there?
Very keen. Oh, well, I think if she wasn't injured, you would have seen Caitlin Johnson in the Blues side as well.
Yeah. Did Emma Manzelman, has she stayed with the girls? Because I know Romy's gone.
With the Knights, I think so.
Yeah.
No, Romy's still there, isn't she?
No, Romy's gone about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So was Kira Dibb.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, she could have stayed. I'd have to look in that. But Jessie Southwell, keen to see how she goes.
Yeah, big stage.
Yeah.
So,
what time's that on, Corey?
7:45 p.m. Thursday night.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, mate, after the boys tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, so don't forget to tune in and support them. Bold predictions, guys. Actually, before we do it, our fridge, thanks to Bar Fridges Australia, our game of the week to get on to the Chocolate World to win a bar fridge the same as this of any NRL team of your choice. And our bar boy Gary does come with the prize. So being the crazy ladies, as we said, birthday this week, we're going to take the Panthers game to win. Jump on and don't forget for that. But
still 1,000 spots still left on this chocolate wheel for that one.
That'd be filled by end of the year.
Yes, that's right. And you know what? The next 2 weeks, we're going to give away some vodka. So stay tuned for that. We're going to give away some vodka.
Not our bottle, I hope.
Nah, not our bottles.
That's all right.
The viewers' bottles.
Okay.
So a couple of good things coming our way too to give away. But also good to see that. Well, not good to see because we're behind it all. But the young fella that lost his footy.
Yep.
We got a footy and for him, got to a sign and gave it to the young fella on the weekend, so he was happy as Larry. So
that's good.
Yeah, small little things like that make a kid's day. There's a pretty easy thing to do.
Gets them over the line.
Yeah, that's right. Ball predictions, Gaz.
New South Wales by 2 on a hard game. About the sin bin, I think there will be.
Davida Pangai, Thomas Flagler, and a bit of a dust up.
I'd say, yeah.
Well, as MG said, Big Tino.
If Latrell was playing, I'd pick him to be in a fight or push and shove.
Well, I've got 2 ball predictions this week. One's going to be an Origin one where it's going to be Stephen Crichton to get a double.
Ooh.
And got a bit of a Penrith vibe this week. I reckon James Fisher-Harris is going to get over the line for Penrith against the Dragons. Minion.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Warriors, winning 13 plus, and Mitch Barnett's going to get his first try as a Warrior.
Excuse me.
Sounds good. Well, he's been kissing earlier or something. 'Cause
I reckon they have.
Yeah. He's sneezing now. I'm coughing. So
No, he was coughing before.
Oh, was he?
You remember it was the sausage that he was choking on or
Oh,
something?
that's right. Yeah.
I've got the men's Blues winning by 20 plus, and the women's Blues winning by 10 plus.
More on the women's. Tamika Upton, the real danger for Morans.
Yeah, I'm very interesting to see why Ali Brigginshaw was actually playing 13, considering she's a 7. So
Who's in halfback?
Zahara Tamara, never heard of her, so I'll have to.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
Brigginshaw's usually
I'd have to obviously. Well, once the ladies.
Hey, she might be a gun that we don't know about.
Play their season. I'll be interested to watch, and obviously a few more teams coming in this year, so it's gonna, it's gonna look pretty good for the girls this year.
Your ball prediction?
Mine is just the boys and the men. Sorry, the boys and the girls to do the double, and I'm going to see Emma Tanagato to score a hat trick for the girls, and Nathan Cleary to kick a field goal and golden point for the men's.
Ooh.
This is your little female love interest, Tomagato. Is she still with your team?
No, she's gone to Cronulla.
Oh.
I know,
So you buying a Cronulla jersey now?
No way. I'd rather buy a Knights one before Cronulla, mate. Any time of the
What's
week.
this? I'd rather. You should be.
Any day of the weekend, Sunday.
All right.
When does the girls' season actually start?
Not far away because they've been in training now. So
It should be before this. I mean, they want to make the girls more professional and more this. Let them have more games.
Well, I'm guessing with 10 teams, they're probably going to play 9 rounds. They probably won't play each other twice because it'd be probably too much for them, I'd say.
No way.
But they should be play each other twice. You know what I mean? And then obviously if Penrith get in as a girls' team.
Is it going to be like last year? You're going to like Parramatta. You only had to win one game to make the grand final.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
What are you looking at me for?
Some of them can hear.
Yeah, I just thought it was not the right way to. I'm not worried we won, but I just think it's. Yeah, they need to make this competition
fair, like
more.
Corey was saying.
Like, and they're getting a pay rise, aren't they? Yeah,
they are.
Making it professional.
Yeah.
Get more games. It's the only way you're going to make the game bigger is let them play more games. Anyway, no, the way I look at it, okay, it should be if you have a club in the NRL, don't care who you are, if you're one of the teams, you have to have 3 grades to be eligible. You have to have reserve grade, you've got to have the women's side, and you've got to have first grade. And then, okay, we play Tigers this week. Our 3 grades play Tigers 3 grades.
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, the same thing happens. And then it brings more family days out too because you've got all 3 grades. Like the weekend, perfect. 3 games on the weekend. It was absolutely perfect.
I know I've got Emma Todagato as my favourite female. Who's yours? Have you got Elsie Albert?
Yeah. Actually, we saw Elsie.
We did. We thought we did.
And this lady looked like Elsie Albert. And we said to Kylie, "Oh, there's Elsie Albert." Kylie was so excited she wanted a photo. And she wasn't happy because it wasn't.
Yeah, this lady had the afro hair. It
looked like it,
and just it's almost a dead ringer for her.
I would have a photo with her. I think she's great. But I don't really say I have a favourite girl player, to be honest.
We'll just have to watch more female rugby league than
No, I like the way Tamika Upton plays for the Knights. I think she's and the young girl. Southwell, but I don't have any favourites, so to speak. I've got too many, and the men's favourites,
What does that mean?
My cupboard's full. Can't have any more signs.
Are they all coming out of the closet, or
he's talking to you? Nah, but speaking of one of the favourites, we're talking to Jesse Suter.
Yeah,
and
nice.
loving it over there. And
that's awesome.
Trying to say to him, is there any chance you're coming back to the NRL? But champion guy. Shout out to Jess. But that's us for this week, guys. Big thank you to MG
Crazy lady.
Crazy lady, happy birthday again.
Birthday.
So I'm sure you've enjoyed the show tonight. And can't wait to get down there with MG, Mark Geyer, and have a beer with him. And hopefully we'll get him on the show soon, as you've seen.
Yep.
But big shout out to our MG.
Yep.
Yeah. Big Gaz.
Good to be here, mate. Good to be back.
Good to have you back, mate. Yeah, Elliot up there in Townsville.
Hey, Shano. Thanks,
Shano.
mate. Yep.
Anyone we've forgotten. Thank all of our sponsors. And I must say a big shout out to Thirsty Messiah.
Yep.
They on the weekend went down, had some pizza and some beer again, and he's getting in. Little Dragon.
You're a happy man, aren't you?
I am, mate.
I did notice he was getting another dish too, like pizza. There was something else that was coming in the next couple of weeks.
Another dish?
Yeah.
Like saucepan?
No, but another bit of food, not pizza. It's gonna.
They got a chef, another well-known chef from one of the top restaurants in Newcastle, apparently coming over to start on the 20-something. Yeah, so very soon. So there'll be, steaks and all that kind of stuff too. But there's some really good.
This guy's going to make a mint. I can tell. I can see it happening.
And he's a really good guy. So nice place. So head down there to Thirsty Messiah. Tell him we sent you. He'll look after you. That's for sure. But also, happy hour at the Gal, the nighttime happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that'll go this week with no Knights game, but have a look. I'm sure Mick and that will tell you what it is. Origin tonight. If you're still watching us and you haven't got anything planned for dinner or whatever, head down to Thirsty. They've got some things on tonight, or the Gals. So all of our sponsors too. Also, Burton Automotive and Harry Schnitzels, Sayers Inc.
Purnell's, Sayers.
Yeah, Steak and Chops. Don't forget, guys, if you're after some beautiful steak too, Steak and Chops is your place to go. And the Grand Matriarch, wash it down with some vodka, and the Liquidators.
Yes, thank you to my beloved mother for looking after us this year as well.
And I must say a big shout out to this mob that isn't a sponsor of ours, but actually looks after us dramatically with all of our signs, and did Kylie some Panthers heads as well on the weekend, the sign shop there at Maitland. So shout out to the boys there, which they actually made this for us, and we're going to give it away soon. It's all signed by all the Knights boys, so a big shout out to the sign shop there as well. For if you want anything done, any signs, stickers, whatever, they're the place to go. So happy birthday, Crazy Lady, once again.
And big thank you to Adam.
Yeah, big Adam, the Sasquatch. He's always also Simon.
Yes,
it's good to see Simon again.
Yeah. Yes.
Waiting for them souffles, mate. Waiting for them souffles.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are.
What was Simon's last name again? Was it Peter Holder?
Simon Peter Holder.
Yeah.
Terence
Towell.
It wasn't he changing it or something?
Oh, I can't remember.
I can't keep up. Anyway, guys, till next week.
Every time.
It's night time.
Good night.
I get home at 5:30, so by the time Corey washes me back and I get down here.
Reece Walsh in doubt for game 1 as one of his eyebrows flew off at training.
That's gold. We're just...
Australia's all let us rejoice, for we are young and free.
Australian sunset, us rejoice, for we are young and free. Rejoice, for sons and us rejoice, for we are young and free. Our land of our teenagers sing.
Oh, he thought he was getting lucky.
Purnell's Awards and Apparel is your one-stop shop for everything you might need for your business or your sporting club. Have a listen to this. There are corporate awards, cups, trophies, display cases, drinkware, giftware, medals, perpetuals, plaques and shields, and even apparel. There's so much there. It's great stuff. It's great quality at a great price. Head down to Purnell's in 2 locations, purnells.com.au or email winner@purnells.com.au.